Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
All right, welcome into the Woodward Sports Network. It is Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. My name is Booner, joined as always by the one, the only Matt Broder.
Hey.
For a second, I thought I called myself Broder there. I'm not gonna lie.
You're turning into me.
A little bit. If I would have that jersey on, I might be you.
Yeah, baby. Fat five.
Look, can we guess who that is? I'm sure everyone can. I'm sure everyone can guess who that is. It took me a little bit, but I figured it out.
Who is it?
Who is it? Look at Broder. This is active today.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, girls. Let's go, everybody.
Someone said that's Magic Johnson.
That's right, Shane Dano. Magic Johnson.
I'm just kidding.
It's a different color green.
I know. Shout out. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. Real
What up,
quick.
Shane?
First, get in here. Hit that like button.
Jeff?
Make sure you guys tell a friend about the show tonight. We're going for a full 2 hours as always. Strong 2 hours. See this right here? Detroit Lions. We're talking the Lions. They're going 6-1 after this week, baby. Let's go. We're going Detroit Lions. We've got a full crew here today. Oh, and Michigan.
Yeah, baby. Let's go.
Woodward Nights, baby. We're going strong. Let's go.
Should we wear these all night?
You can wear that. That's tough. It's tough to wear, man. I don't know if I can talk
I
in
know,
here
it's
with that.
tough, isn't it? I look like a lacrosse player.
We've got Lucas in the TD booth today. Friday, we've got Lucas. That's the dog. He's
The dog.
third show of the day for him, I believe.
It is.
Third show.
We're so lucky.
This one is the best show.
We're hashtag blessed.
Oh, yeah. And we got Nick in the sound booth
Let's
as always.
go, running the double shift. Couldn't be more fired up about Woodward Nights tonight. Lions game Sunday. Michigan beating Spartans tomorrow. We got a packed
sure.
weekend, and we're kicking you guys off for it.
Hey,
Let's go.
You missed a few games.
Let's
Red Wings
go.
play Saturday and Sunday.
Let's go, baby.
Don't
be
forget
there
about
Sunday. I'll be
Don't
there.
forget
I'll
about
be-
those 3-1 Red Wings now.
I'll be in LCA. Don't you worry.
Oh yeah, you will be
Did I
there.
hear DeBrincat was player of the week?
He was actually. That's the news. I was looking for news for the trending to start.
It just came.
He was.
That's what she said. It just happened. What? We have to start with a joke for sure.
Oh my
Alex
gosh.
DeBrincat.
Thanks for getting me hard, JB.
That too. What is it?
Happy birthday to Jeff.
7 goals, or how many goals does he have? 6 goals, 2 assists, 5 goals. The dude is off to a great start
Leading
with
the
Detroit.
league, I think, in goals, is second in total points right now, I believe.
Oh, man.
So he's off to a good start. I think that little duo there of DeBrincat and Larkin's going to be pretty good.
I think so
If
too.
you ask me.
I think so too.
All right, I'm going to start the show off with this though.
You won't.
You put a video on Twitter. Actually, I don't know. I don't think I put it in the Slack. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
I put the link of it in our prep. Do you want to send it into Slack? Dan Campbell though and Benito Jones. Broder just is lucky enough to be the beat reporter here for Woodward Sports and gets to go to Allen Park almost every day and gets to see the Detroit Lions practice for a little bit. Gets to go into press conferences. He gets to talk to Dan Campbell, my idol, the one and only Dan Campbell. Gets to talk to him. And he got a couple videos today. You're going to see throughout the show. We're going to talk. He's got a couple interviews in the locker room. He's got some practice videos. There's a few different things that Broder has throughout the show for you guys. While we're getting that, though, I'll go down the show rundown real quick.
Yeah, but why don't you?
All right, it's a packed Lions show, to be honest. Obviously, the Lions play the Baltimore Ravens at 1 p.m. on Sunday, 5-1 versus 4-2.
Did I tell you I have to miss the game?
You're going to miss it.
I have to go to Purdue to scout for Michigan. They're in need of a new signal caller.
Oh, they do have to. They really have to scout for Purdue.
Yeah. Someone's got to go steal their signs. So I'm going to go down there. They got a game this weekend. I just got to sacrifice, baby.
Appreciate the sacrifice
I got
you're
you.
taking.
Got you. You can continue, but
I'll do the next week.
Okay, good.
Okay, sweet. Just wanted to make sure that's out there.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. 8:15. We're gonna go over the injury report. Obviously, there's been some big announcements. Guys are back. We talked about it yesterday. It wasn't official yet. Dan Campbell came out today and said that certain players are going to be a full go. They're going to have a lot of the load, as Dan Campbell said.
And she did too.
Yep. So I knew I set you up for that one. We're getting good with each other.
Yep. Dude, you're the man. You're like Gary Payton throwing the assist to Rashard Lewis.
See, the gloves.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Let's go.
8:30. We're going to start our game preview. Yesterday we kind of went over that a little as well, but this is our full game preview. The Lions matchup. What players will make the biggest impact in this football game? The biggest matchups of the game. 8:45. I've got another question for you guys. This time it is about the football game. Let's see if I can go 3 straight with these questions and get the
You're hot
people
these
going.
days.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So we'll see at 8:45, and no one's ever said that to me. I do have a question about the football game for Sunday.
I am a fan of guys with big butts.
Thank you, Terry Foster. I thought you were going to keep talking there for a second. 9 o'clock, Jared Goff versus Lamar Jackson. That matchup, I want to talk about that. That one I want to go around the room because I want to get a little consensus of how everyone feels about that, because that to me it's crazy to think like 2 years ago and we would have never had this conversation. Jared Goff versus Lamar Jackson is a real conversation to have, and I think Jared Goff might be better, and he is, but we're going to talk about that. 9:15 we're going to give our picks around the NFL. 9:30 we're going to talk Michigan versus Michigan State. If you guys see right here, Lucas, can you hit the 2 cam real quick? Right there, Battle of the Paul Bunyan. That takes place tomorrow at 7:30. We're going to talk about it. We're also going to talk about the investigation a little bit again at 9:30, and we're going to dive into a couple of the college football games. 9:40.
Zoomy.
Look at this.
Dude, look at how jacked Paul is.
Hail.
Hail to the victor.
Look, that thing's going to be in Ann Arbor for a long time. He might as well get like a 30-year mortgage.
By the way, Freddie Felt just guessed the jersey. Freddie Felt is a Jimmy King jersey.
Jimmy King.
Fab Five, great.
First time I met Jimmy King, a couple years back, coaching at Saginaw Valley. We played Michigan. Jimmy King sitting courtside.
Really good dude.
Yep, that was cool.
He could fly. He's one of the 2 forgotten ones with Ray Jackson, but Jimmy King could fly.
Yeah, dude, the Fab Five. It was a 5 for a reason.
They were one of the most culturally significant basketball teams of all time.
Ever.
Yeah.
Almost. You could argue ever.
Yeah.
So that's the rundown. 9:40 again. Game predictions, score predictions. We're going to go over that, give our score predictions out. Did you send over that clip to Lucas?
Sure did.
Dan Campbell. Listen, if you guys already know how I feel about Dan Campbell. My dream, that is my white whale. Dan Campbell is my white whale. I wanted to have a beer with Dan Campbell one day. And this video right here, when this stuff happens, I'm sorry, I just looked over at Lucas. I wasn't sure if he had it. I saw Lucas is over there. He's over there talking to himself.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means when he talks to himself. It makes me nervous. It makes me feel like he's going crazy.
Yeah, I'm going crazy.
Okay, that's
Joke.
fair. You were going crazy on BDE today.
As far as
They're just you and Jeff, man.
You're stirring shit up, Booner.
No.
Congrats.
You're trying to
Lucas,
stir
though.
stuff
I
up,
would
bro.
never, bro.
Sitting in with Neil. That's pretty.
Yup.
That's pretty sick, though.
You lamp
shout out, Nick.
Laker.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, shout out Nick. Yeah, there was not gonna mention anything. What happened on that show today? All right, brother.
Did we catch some
I'm
slander?
waiting for you. Waiting for the cue, Boom.
Oh, hit the video. Dan Campbell, Benito Jones. I thought you were just.
That flexibility.
Shout out to let me give credit to that video who took that video.
Thank
Shout out
you.
to Matt Broder. That is via Matt Broder.
Quick little story. Right before that was taken, I missed it. I missed my shot. Dan Campbell was kind of dancing around with the defensive line. I think it was. They just all had the big boy moves, and I just missed it. But he got a little, high legs with Benito. It was, it was cute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Benicio del Toro.
All right, next thing. Michigan investigation. Let's actually just talk about this now.
Yeah.
We can talk about college football and the Michigan State game on its own.
Of course.
I kind of want to get a feel for you right now what's happening, because there were some reports that came out again today that I think that's kind of where everything broke. I think it's Connor Stallion. What a name, too, by the way. Connor Stallions. He was an ex-Marine that was on the staff of Michigan football, kind of as a offensive or an assistant. He was underneath, as I kind of recall, that he wasn't even underneath like a Jim Harbaugh or anything.
He's in like the recruiting arm of the team.
So it was kind of weird. He wasn't underneath like a scout or like anything like team-wise. But he's the main culprit of this whole thing, saying that he's been bringing these Marine tactics to kind of not stealing signs, but scouting and looking at other teams and to kind of get a little competitive advantage. Don't think that thing's illegal. Now, my first take on it is if he was, I don't know how they'll prove it or whatever.
Yeah.
If he was caught and like I said it yesterday on the show, if he was single-handedly caught at a game and they found him there and they were actually doing it, okay, then we're gonna have an issue. And it's something if Jim Harbaugh knew about, that's where we're like. And I said yesterday, I went on that rant. I will go at Jim Harbaugh and the Michigan team if that was the case, and they knew that they were cheating and doing that. But to this, I mean, I don't see how this is like a.
I don't get it.
It feels like, and people have been saying it all day, 90% of teams probably do this exact thing.
But like, we don't even know what they did. They're accused of sending someone associated with the team into an opponent's stadium before their game to videotape their signals, to steal their signals. So, the team doing it, if that happened, the team doing that still is a trash team for not changing their signals before the game. You should be changing them every week or have multiple signals. Number two, if this guy did it and actually gets caught, I guess we can understand why he's an ex-Marine and he's not stealthy enough. But C, why, I don't get what Michigan's. If Jim Harbaugh and Michigan is denying this, why are they suspending this guy?
Yeah.
Like, if they're saying I knew nothing about it, nothing happened, there doesn't seem to be a record of anything, why suspend the guy with pay?
That's the weird part.
I don't get it.
It's a little sketchy. I think maybe it's just more so of precaution.
But I get that, but I still don't understand how that helps the situation.
Do you remember last year the Mozzie Smith thing? I think they suspended Mozzie while that all was.
Well, that's different.
I don't
He
know.
was legitimately like caught with a firearm in his car. Like,
I guess that's different.
There's proof of that happening. This is an allegation.
Trying to wrap my head around that.
And again,
That's a good
it might
point.
be true. I don't want to just take Michigan's side, but there's no proof yet.
That's what I was saying
So
yesterday.
you're making an ex-Marine a scapegoat? It just seems ridiculous.
The last guy to falsely accuse, too.
Yeah.
That would be the last dude to pick a bone with, in my opinion.
Right?
Andrew Jones said that too. He's a scapegoat. R.I.P. to that dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Drew.
I'm on
it's
the
Friday.
same.
Harry Mack.
Plus, Mozzie never got suspended for that gun.
He didn't have to sit out a game? I thought he sat out one game.
No, he did not sit out any
Oh,
game.
that was part of the controversy?
Yeah, but also,
the
that was
blue
part of
wall.
the controversy.
Yeah.
But yeah, how about this hiring team from Michigan thinking to get like a Marine to be like acts like to break codes of like
Right?
That's just insanity.
Kinda dope.
in my eyes. It's super dope.
It's
But
either
hopefully
there's
they don't get caught.
There's two ways to it, right? There's only two different things that it could be. One, it actually happened, and it's not they did the wrong thing, and if that happens, the NCAA can kind of prove that, and they have evidence. Which it seems like some people are saying, hey, the NCAA is just going at Jim Harbaugh, and the other side of the people are saying no, because someone was on Pat McAfee today. I can't remember who it was, but said they basically came out and said that, hey, this is like a huge alert for the fact that this is coming out and they're actually investigating it. It means there's actually something and they have evidence. So if they have the evidence, that's one side of it. But the other side, if they don't have evidence and this isn't a real thing, first of all, he just got suspended for no reason. Right. Then the other side of things, just like I said yesterday, that man's just so good at his job that he caused an NCAA violation in an investigation, that he is so good at scouting other teams.
Ding, ding, ding.
And he is so good at taking signs and just figuring out a way to do it. Like, it's one of those things where if it is true, if it's not true and he's just good at that, that's just another thing in college football. Like, there's always ways that teams kind of just slowly start to develop each year and year. Like we see it in all sports. You find different ways to kind of beat other teams and just keep getting better and better and better. It sounds like if they actually didn't do anything wrong, they just found a better way just to do it. And if that's the case going forward, people might want to just start changing signs or just doing something smarter. So here's this, Broder. Do you want to read? You're the reader on the show, the Michigan grad.
Stallions, a graduate of the United States Naval Academy, was hired as an off-field analyst at Michigan in May 2022, according to a bio on his LinkedIn account. In the bio, Stallions wrote that he attempted to employ Marine Corps philosophies and tactics into the sport of football regarding strategies in staffing, recruiting, scouting, intelligence, planning, and more. Pause. That's awesome if he didn't do anything wrong. Play. Among the skills Stallions wrote about on LinkedIn were identifying the opponent's most likely course of action and most dangerous course of action, and identifying and exploiting critical vulnerabilities and centers of gravity in the opponent's scouting process. Holy shut the front door. This dude is this is like Jack Bauer.
insane.
He's like a human AI predicting the outcome. I mean, this is starting to become part of the practice routine, part of the scouting routine. This is pretty epic. As long as he did all this legally.
If they found a way to just get better at scouting and crack the code. And I did see some things too. I don't know if anyone in the chat saw this. I saw things of people just being like, it's just a moral thing. Like, it's not an actual written rule that some of these things that he was doing, but it's just like morally, like, you shouldn't be doing this. Or in football, it's just like an unknown, unwritten rule. It's like, all right, if it's an unwritten rule, like, who cares?
What else is an unwritten rule? Change your damn signs.
Yeah.
And this rule was invented. It was created in 1994, before the technology that we have today, where anyone can literally take a cell phone video, you zoom it into a coach on the opponent's sideline. Like, who knows? It could have been a student who sent something, and I don't know. But times have changed. They gotta figure out how to make sure that this doesn't happen. What you want to do?
The only comment I want to read real quick is MPWMU. Though I don't know, out of context, I don't know what he was talking about or anything. All I see
It's
here
accurate.
is Ryan Day has a yeast infection.
Facts.
Looks like he smells like
Yep.
one.
Don't see anything wrong with that.
Ryan Day sucks.
Spot on. Can we get that ding ding? Ding ding. I don't know if we have that in our...
No, but we do have time to cut to Lady Jane's.
Oh, we do. Oh,
We do.
wow. It is that time. We were having fun there for a second, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. Let me tell you guys about this beautiful head of hair I have. I think I'm going to get a haircut tomorrow. Guess where I'm going to go? I'm going to go right over here to Lady Jane's. Come to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience. Register to win a trip of your dreams and all expenses paid sweep for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That is right. No expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. You could bring me, Booner. You could take me if you want to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It is wicked awesome.
So is Les Stanford, dude. Because what happens when you run a great business for over 50 years, you expand and you offer more products to more people. And that's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. They have the same great service that customers have come to know and trust. It's on Woodward, just south of 11 Mile. Check out Les Stanford also in Dearborn, their flagship location. So LesStanford.com. Find the brand you want.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. Whether you landscape for your job or landscape for fun, get all your equipment from Outdoor Equip Co., the official equipment provider of Woodward Sports. Michigan grown, family owned. OutdoorEquipCo.com.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and WoodwardSports.com. Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Join Woodward Sports and Long Drink live Monday, October 30th. Monday Night Football. Join us at 5 p.m. at Eastern Market, shed number 5 with Bullseye and Long Drink. It's the official Lions VIP tailgate. It's back and it's better than ever. Come party with Woodward Sports. We got food. We got drinks. We got entertainment. You just got to buy your ticket. It's at bullseyeeventgroup.com.
All right, we are back, baby. It is the Woodward Night Show with Booner and Broder. My name is Booner. I do not lose. That is confirmed. Everyone knows it. If you tune in, you know that. Joined, as always, by the man, the myth, the legend, Matt Broder, Detroit Lions beat reporter. Lucas in the TD booth today with us. The Morning Woodward Show. One of the 4 people on the Morning Woodward Show that is going through some drama right now.
Dude, the drama's over.
We're going through a little something right now. Make sure you guys tune in on Monday at 8 a.m. because Even if there's Victory Monday, there's definitely going to be a sad thing going on there. And Nick in the sound booth.
Let's go, baby. It's Friday. Let's have a great show. Let's get into this weekend. All right.
And just read his sweatshirt real quick. Can we go back to that?
Are you sweatshirt shaming
Choose
me right now?
kindness.
What are we
I
doing?
love it.
Everyone in the chat right now, anytime you want to type something bad about Flannel Sam in any chat that you're in, if it's our chat, if it's in the BDE chat, the E&E chat, heavyweights, or if you're in the morning show, think about Nick's sweatshirt. Choose kindness. ELE, everybody love everybody. That's how I go about every day. Hey, but hit that like button for us real quick. Sorry for that spiel. Make sure you guys share the stream with a friend, tell a friend. Real quick, Broder.
You're a pot stirrer.
No.
You're stirring the pot all over the place.
I'm a good dude. I love everyone.
tell me.
Real quick, though. Sunday, guess what it is?
Give me a second, Boone, to get the image for you.
Hey, take your time. I got a lot to talk
Does
about
it
with this
involve
one.
Tony Gonzalez,
Ooh, it does.
Shannon Sharp,
It does.
David Sloan?
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but yes, I'm
What
sure
was
he
that
is.
poll? What?
Rob Gronkowski,
Yeah, that's a fact.
George Kittle,
Sammy.
and maybe
Sammy
we have someone in Detroit that we can celebrate on Sunday, and I'm going to do everything. You know what? I had a best bet. I'm still going to stick with my best
Do
bet.
it.
Not going to change my best bet. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show, but I might add a little sprinkle on this because it's on Sunday. It is officially National Tight Ends Day on
That
Sunday.
it is!
It's one of the best days of the year.
How soon do we have to rename it, or do we get to rename it National Sam Laporta Day?
Ooh, that's a tough
Like,
one.
you
He
gotta
has
give
to
him a
pass
season?
up-
Give him a season?
Yeah. Maybe just in Detroit, it's like a one-off in Detroit. It's Sam Laporta Day. But Tight Ends Day is one of the best days of the year. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be completely honest. I call myself Jason Witten in the back when I play catch with Lucas. There's just I was never a tight end when I played football. I love tight ends. I don't know what it is, dude. There's just something about a good tight end.
Pro
you know?
all day.
Gotta be.
All day.
Can we clip that?
I'm serious though, isn't it? There's just something about tight ends, and then I don't know if you guys remember. It's like every year for Tight Ends Day, just tight ends just usually go off. It's like they all know it. Like at Tight End U, they all like talk about like, hey, on Tight End Day, make sure you tell your coaches give you a couple.
Got a
in the
group
red
text
zone.
going like Sunday morning, and everyone gets the text from Kittle and from Travis Kelce.
Yes.
Shout out
like-
Foster Moreau.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Shout out. You know what? That story too. Sad story. And everyone lay off of the man. I know he dropped a touchdown pass.
He was playing a good game before that, too. That's what sucks.
He's had a good year. Like
Yeah.
he caught a touchdown pass week 5. I'm pretty sure a big one.
And beat cancer all in the same year.
Shout
Have
out
yourself
to
a
him,
year.
dude.
But I
hope
did
he
see
gets another
Juwan
chance.
Johnson and Alvin Kamara, like they were his team's got his back.
Great,
I'm
yeah.
not worried about them. It's all the hate that he's
I
getting
want him
from
to bounce
everyone else.
back and have like another like a chance at a game-winning touchdown, and he catches it.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
He will.
But shout out to Sam Lagoda, as Denver Blair just said. I think he's going to score a touchdown. And you know what I'm going to have for you guys? If you guys tune in on Sunday for the pregame show, I will have a National Tight Ends Day parlay for you guys, whether it's yards or tight end or
That's
touchdowns.
cool.
I will have one for you guys. Maybe I'll even add a couple receptions. Nick, did you have something? I saw you
Yeah, I just
peeking
want
over
to
that
say goodbye
computer.
to all of our fellow broken tight ends. Brandon Pettigrew,
Goodbye.
Eric Ebron,
Bye.
Hawkinson.
Adios.
See ya. So long. De nada.
Was Hawk broken?
In my eyes, I mean, I just like that we got the draft
Financially.
capital.
I was going to say the contract
Yeah.
was broken for
Dallas
sure.
Clark.
Doing, yeah.
In a
that
Lions
was,
uniform.
That was it for the Lions, but just
Marcus
want to put that out
Pollard.
there.
Dallas
Thank you.
Clark,
Thank
Sam
God
Laporta's
that we have
mentor.
Sam Laporta.
Yeah, it's super mega Lions fan. What a name. Lagoda touchdown. Book it now. I probably, if it's tight ends day, you better bet I'm betting on a Lagoda touchdown. Mm-hmm. That's a fact. I will have that bet in. And again, I will have a parlay for you guys in. But let's get into it, Broder.
Okay.
The Detroit Lions versus the Baltimore Ravens. Detroit Lions are 5-1. The Baltimore Ravens are 4-2. I look at this matchup a little bit at 8:45. My question kind of has to do a little bit with defense. I look at this as I could be wrong. Anyone in the room correct me. I feel like this is going to be an offensive matchup, and I don't think it's going to be like a crazy high-scoring game. But the reason I say that is these are two of the best defenses in the NFL right now. So it just depends. Whatever offense is going to step up and really like take that, like really like I think it's going to end up being the Jared Goff in this Lions offense. But what offense can play against a great defense and find a scheme to beat that defense? I think if you have a guy like Ben Johnson, Broder, that is where you kind of have that edge.
Yeah.
Is you have a guy like Ben Johnson who can scheme, is probably the best offensive coordinator in the NFL right now, going up against the top 5 defense. I think he's going to find a way to be able to have a lot of success tomorrow, Sunday.
Yeah. When you're down any man, when you're down key players on offense, Ben Johnson's the perfect offensive coordinator to find some game plan, to scheme some game plan to keep that Baltimore defense off balance. They're very athletic. They're very good. They're very similar to Tampa, but maybe a step up, like a little extra firepower. They got a pretty good defensive line, incredible linebacking crew, and some pretty good secondary players too that are very versatile. So It's not going to be easy, but you're right. Ben Johnson, however he uses Gibbs, however he uses Craig Reynolds in the running game, however he brings Amon-Ra St. Brown, Khalif Raymond into the backfield, whatever he does to keep the rhythm of that offense moving, to keep the chains moving and the time running that Jared Goff did so well last week when they didn't have a run game.
Yeah.
Almost throwing to Amon-Ra St. Brown as if he was a running back. It's like he had 12 catches. Think of him in like 12 rushes. They all kept the clock going.
And AJ Ivanotsky here in the chat in the Woodward Sports. Appreciate you tuning in. He put Baltimore's D is good but overhyped. They had 4 sacks against Willis with 5 dropbacks. I will say it's one of those things where I'm sure everyone in here agrees and everyone in the chat agrees. If you look at their defense, they have dudes. It's not like they haven't played great teams and they don't have dudes. It's like a bad, like you could kind of you might be able to flip it a little bit. Like, hey, look at the quarterbacks they've played, haven't been great. But if you just, like Lucas knows ball, if you just look at their defense, you know that they have a defense just full of just legit dudes out there that are scary. Am I wrong, Lucas, or you're the ball knower?
No, they do. I mean, at every level, they have a playmaker. On the defensive line, you can go through they don't really have any big names on that defensive line, but they're all stout and they're all athletic. You go to that linebacking core, that's the top 3 linebacking core with Patrick Queen and Roquan Smith. On the outside, they have Marlon Humphrey, they have Kyle Hamilton in the back, and then God, I can't think of the other corner. Geno Stone. Geno Stone's having a hell of a year. That's kind of like a small name that not a lot of people know about. But when you watch this game, you're going to remember who Geno Stone is. He's not going to be a premier lockdown corner in this league, but he's definitely going to be a solid guy that's going to be in Baltimore for a while. And they run a lot of man-to-man, so it's going to be a physical game, too.
J-Mo. That sounds like a game for J-Mo.
You're not wrong there.
Yeah.
I heard Nick on the heavyweights a little earlier today too, talking about J-Mo first touchdown and kind of opening it up early. Don't hate that. I did not. When I heard that, Nick, I was like, I don't hate that.
Was 7 to win like
taking a shot in the first quarter.
$7 to win 220. But I think Marlon Humphrey's a good ass corner. Obviously their linebackers are dogs, so it's like Laporta and Gibbs, 2 good rookies. I mean, we know Laporta's a great rookie so far. Can Gibbs be a great rookie? We'll see. Tough matchup for them. They have to rise up to the occasion here.
Yeah, so on the injury front, Jahmyr Gibbs is back. Sam Laporta's back. Brian Branch is back. Those are big. I know Sam Laporta played last week, but he's full go. There's still a couple guys questionable. Josh Pascal is questionable. I expect him to play. In the locker room today, he said he was full go. So I think this is nothing happened after we met with them, but maybe this is still a little bit of gamesmanship, or they're still holding. Maybe he spoke a little too soon, but I expect him to be out there. I expect Craig Reynolds to be out there too.
Yeah. Let's. I'm gonna do a double ad real quick, and we'll go to break early, and then when we come back, let's talk a little bit about the injury report. Break this game down a little bit more because I think that's one of the biggest things with this game is this injury report. Guys like Jahmyr Gibbs coming back, Brian Branch coming back, obviously Dima out, which I think still makes this Jahmyr Gibbs healthy, and Dan Campbell did say a few things I think that were interesting for us. So let me hit you guys here real quick with the Woodward Sports Lions pregame show. Make sure you guys don't miss out. That is this Sunday, 9:30 to 11:30 before this Ravens game here. It is hosted by the one, the only, the birthday boy today, Jeff Iafrady Hollywood. I will be on the desk with him as well. I believe we will have Spenny in the TD booth, and Nick, our own Nick, will be in the sound booth for that. We'll be breaking down the game. We'll be getting you guys ready and pumped up to go get a Lions W at 1 o'clock versus the Baltimore Ravens on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. And then right after we do that, I'm going to go over to Big Boy, and I'm going to eat a nice, look at that pretzel bacon cheeseburger. I'm going to have me one of those on Sunday before the game. Burgers and chicken sandwiches, they are taking over at Big Boy. Get the cheeseburger or the new pretzel bacon cheeseburger, and if you want some chicken, try the Dollar Chicken Sandwich or the Bob's Hot Chicken Sandwich. And if you're going to get some fries with it, upgrade it to the chili cheese fries, loaded baked potato fries. That sounds amazing, first of all. And then at the end, just have some dessert, the Reese's Chocolate Peanut Butter Thunder Cake. I see Spenny in the chat. He knows all about that. Or satisfy your sweet tooth with the Big Boy's funnel cake fries. That's over at Big Boy. Big Boy.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel. Come hang with the Woodward Sports crew all throughout football season on Saturdays and Sundays to join our college football and Detroit Lions live watch parties.
Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown Detroit Lions!
With money on the line, featuring different special guests and surprises. Start times will vary depending on the game. Only on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
Five Iron Golf is downtown's newest sports bar. They have 13 TrackMan simulators, certified instructors, and most importantly, a full bar and restaurant. You can compete nationwide for a chance to win a trip to the Dominican Republic. Just bring a foursome or sign up as an individual to be placed on a team. Do so at 5irongolf.com. Use code Woodward10 for 30% off the league. That is, again, 5irongolf.com.
All right, we are back on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. It is Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. Appreciate you guys all tuning in.
We back.
My name is Booner, and always the co-host of the show, Matt Broder, Detroit Lions beat reporter. It looks like it's close up there, but it's far away. We're far
Go
from
get
each
it
other.
on.
I don't think I can reach there.
Good.
But we're going to go over here, and if you guys haven't yet, hit that like button for us. Let's get those likes up. Tell a friend about the show. Let's keep this thing going. This is our Detroit Lions basically pregame show for our Woodward Nights. We're the last one before the real pregame show on Sunday. But the injury report, Broder. Let me start with this.
You ask, and I'll answer.
Lions already put out there who is out for the game and questionable for the game. Jonah Jackson officially out for the game. David Montgomery officially out for the game. James Mitchell, you see it up there, game status, questionable. Josh Pascal, questionable. Look at that. Nice screen up there. And then Craig Reynolds, questionable as well. Now, a question I have for you, Broder, being in Allen Park all week.
You can ask.
Two guys.
Yes.
Craig Reynolds, Josh Pascal.
Ooh.
Will they play on Sunday?
Yes.
I think that's who the people want to know about.
Yes. I fully expect Josh Pascal to play. I didn't hear directly from Craig Reynolds' mouth that he expects to play, but I do expect him to play.
What is the situation? Did they say exactly what happened with him, hamstring and toe?
Not really. He got banged up. It was in the Buccaneers game, and I think it was just something lingering throughout the week. And again, hamstring and toe aren't great injuries to have linger, but
especially for a running back.
But I think it's, again, precaution. They're 5-1 right now. They have a chance to just slow him down through the week. Because I think that they're going to need... I know Jahmyr Gibbs is coming back. He's a big name. But this is a big game for Craig Reynolds because of how good he is at pass blocking.
Yeah.
So whether Jahmyr Gibbs and Craig Reynolds are out at the same time, or Craig Reynolds is in on third down and Jahmyr Gibbs is out in the slot or something, Craig Reynolds is important.
Yeah, he's huge. Especially, with David Montgomery out, it's you need Craig Reynolds,
without
in my opinion. Like, you can give Jahmyr Gibbs as many carries as you want, and we'll talk about that in just a sec, but Craig Reynolds, you need that secondary guy, and he's perfect for it. On that list, I don't know if you guys even noticed, though, there's only 5 guys really on that list. I know it's really long, but a lot of those guys are full practice, and if they had one more day tomorrow, they wouldn't be on the list. There's only 5 guys on the injury report for Sunday. I don't know if you remember last week and the week before, you had a list of 20 guys on there.
Do you know who's not on the list?
Can I get a hint?
Hold on.
Can you give me a hint?
You guys should know this. This is a guy very important to me and the show here every day. It's got to be said. I got to share his name.
Oh, it's what's his
Taylor
name?
Decker.
I know it.
Frank Ragnow.
Keep going. That's
No,
too easy.
Big V.
No, it's what's it? Is it Big V?
Halapalooza to Vaitai.
Halapula Vaitai.
Oh!
Vaitai is not on that list. Not questionable. Not anything.
They were questioning that on the heavies. Thank God we
Wait a second.
I was worried about that.
That's
All right,
you got the exclusive.
So Glasgow's going to slide to left guard. right?
Wait,
No,
time out real quick.
This is where the conversation starts. But go ahead.
No,
let's
time out,
go.
because I'm pretty sure. Nick, can you do me a favor real quick?
Yes,
Can
sir.
you look at the Lions Twitter last week at the injury report? I'm pretty sure he wasn't on it last week going ahead and I mean, he might
was.
have. Was he like all week long though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He might
bad.
not have been on the,
Hand
like-
up on Booner.
He might not
whatever.
have been on like the game like injury report, if that makes sense. Like,
But then
right
he wasn't, and then he didn't play though. He was like
Yeah.
suited up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was like, he wasn't even on it for the game, and he'd never played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was he wasn't 100%. Like, he might have been 95%, but with him especially, they're making a really concerted effort to make sure that he not only gets to 100% physically, but mentally trusting his body, because he had that horrible back injury last year, knocked him out of most of the season. And then this year, this is now lower body, so they're being ultra careful
So
with
is
him.
he? What's the rotation then?
Now this is the speculation.
Let's hear the tea.
Graham Glasgow has been playing so well. My guess is that he stays at right guard,
Wow.
and they stick with Yodi at left guard, Yodi Awasika. There is the option to slide Graham over, or slide Halapulavati Vaitai over. But I don't know why I have this feeling. I think they might use Halapulavati as that backup offensive lineman, but they got options.
What the fuck? Why?
They got options.
That's an expensive backup.
It is.
What?
That's all I'm
It is,
saying.
but
You're
That's-
telling me-
If that's the case, go ahead, Booner. Go
I'm
ahead.
just saying. You're telling me that Graham Glasgow outplayed Big V,
Yeah.
and he got hurt, and he's not going to have his job back.
Or he's played. Yeah, Wally pipped him.
And my question is, we were not really able to run that ball against the Bucks. Why wouldn't we try something different with this?
But I don't think that was because of Graham.
Yeah, that
and
was-
again, it's not for sure.
I 100% love
Yeah.
Graham Glasgow. I think he does great in that right guard spot. I'm saying, and I'm assuming he would do pretty fine in the left guard spot. And then I just think you plug your best five in here. I don't know about this new left guard. I don't know much about him, though.
I tend to be with you, and it might be just a continuity thing in practice. If
Is
Vita
this like
hasn't
talk
been full
around
go,
Allen Park, or
yeah,
is it
yeah.
really?
So it's like if he wasn't full go all week, maybe there's a comfort level. Graham Glasgow has an incredible relationship with both Frank Ragnow and a comfort level with Penei Sewell. Not that Vaitai doesn't, because Vaitai and Sewell have a connection too, but
Yeah.
there's still a little bit of a learning curve coming back. This is a very good defense, like we're about to talk about. I don't know. This is where we learn even more about this coaching staff. What are they thinking? Is Vaitai 100% or is he 99%? And they're just being conservative. And maybe something goes wrong and they put him in, or I don't know.
Has Graham Glasgow, I mean, Lucas, you might even know this, Broder. I'm sure you do too. Has he always just been a right guard, or is he like? Why
No,
can't he
He's
go
been a
to
center too.
Why
He's
can't he
versatile.
go to left guard though and just get Big V back in? I don't see how that's not an option.
I mean, go ahead. Boo.
No, after you.
I mean, maybe it's just because I can't pronounce his name. How do you say the left guard, Broder?
Awasaki.
Oh, just call him Yodi, like Coyote.
So Yodi,
Yeah.
he's probably a lot more agile than Glasgow. When you're talking about with no Jonah Jackson's so mobile in the open field, especially when you're talking about with Jahmyr Gibbs, you're gonna want a big mobile guy out there, and Big V is Big V. You know what I mean? They call him Big V for a reason. Not saying that he can't move, but
Yeah.
that might have something to do with it. And
That's
I don't know. If
crazy.
he's showing out, he's showing out.
Big
Yeah.
V's definitely the better pass blocker than Graham Glasgow. I think Graham's a better run blocker. So
That's
see.
It's. I think it's more so just we've all been so used to Big V to where something like this happens. Like at the end of the day, we want the best players on the field and to go whatever helps to go win football games. I do I don't think there's any question for any of us. I do believe that, like, I have full trust in Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell. So if they feel like, hey, this is the best option for it right now until Big V gets fully healthy, and maybe this just buys him more time to even rest his body that much more if there's something going on. So
that would be the only
I'm fine
reason.
with it.
That would probably be the only reason why
Yeah.
they wouldn't put them both out there, get creative with that. They want him to get back to 100%.
That is just crazy. That's wild. Is there anything else with the injuries, Broder, that you kind of have heard? Any other concerns kind of heading into Sunday? Is there anyone that's like Jahmyr Gibbs? I have a graphic for that, actually. That's the biggest one. I think the biggest news of the day is Jahmyr Gibbs and Brian Branch. Dan Campbell came out, though, and basically said, listen, the reality of it is we need him. Talking about Jahmyr Gibbs, we're going to try and be as smart as we can, but he has to go. So he has to play. Dan Campbell actually said multiple times, he was like, yep, he's ready. He's ready.
Let him cook.
And even before that, he said he's going to get most of the usage anyways, and most of the load. So Jahmyr Gibbs will be on the field a lot, especially with Craig Reynolds questionable. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to have a lot. I'm going to have a best bet for you guys later, and it may or may not be with Jahmyr Gibbs, just based off of this. I think this is one of those games. I remember last week I talked I talked a ton about Amon-Ra St. Brown having that big game coming off an injury once you're fully healthy. So these guys are NFL players for a reason. Jahmyr Gibbs, he's competitive. He played at Alabama. He wants to come out here and play. It's just the same thing we talked about yesterday with Brian Branch. Brian Branch, what did he say? He's even hungrier after coming off the injury. Like, he missed 2 or 3 games, and it's like, dude, you're in the NFL. They're both from Alabama. They came from a program where you don't miss games and all you do is win. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be hungry to kind of shut people up.
You want to hear what Jahmyr Gibbs said about it?
Would love it.
He was talking about that extra week off being super helpful to him. I don't know if you saw that video in there, Lucas. I appreciate you. If you could play it, that'd be great.
Shout out.
Yeah, I was pretty close, but I still felt a little, no resistance. So just like the extra week, I really helped a lot. I felt it probably the day of the game, but it was too late. So, but yeah, I feel good enough.
So I should have added some context. That was in response to a question about the game last week. Like, how close was he? Was he ready? He said he was almost ready to go, but there's still like a little resistance. Yeah. But he said he's ready to go now. That extra week off was helpful.
I think it's what you said. Is if you really felt like the Detroit Lions really felt like they needed Jahmyr Gibbs last week, it probably was, hey, you got to go. Like, we need you for that backup. They felt like they didn't, and it gave him an extra week, which is extreme, especially for, I'm saying this like a rookie. I think a lot of people have to stop giving Jahmyr Gibbs all of this. Oh, you're 12th over. You have to stop it. I think it's Lucas on the morning show that's talked about comparing the year one guys, the rookies, and the one comparison to Alvin Kamara was like he didn't really even start doing stuff until what, week 5, week 6.
No, especially like with first round running backs. Like if you go down the line of them, you can talk about Christian McCaffrey because that's the guy that they don't have a David Montgomery in front of them. They don't have a Amon-Ra St. Brown outside of them. They don't have a Sam Laporta. They don't have a Jamison Williams. These number one running backs aren't going into loaded offenses. Half the time, these offenses are being built around them, and that's not the case with Jahmyr Gibbs.
He's just a weapon you can just add. Yeah, Nick?
Yeah, I feel like this is a huge statement game for Gibbs, though. There's no other way around it. D-Mont is hurt, and he was the number 12 overall pick. We cannot get away from that. That's who he was. I understand they say he's a weapon. We're going to ease him in. He is going to be depended on to have the best game of his young career, and we're going to need him to if we want to be this gritty, tough team going and getting a win in Baltimore. Jahmyr Gibbs has to be that absolute dude.
Yeah, and to Lucas's point, too, is like all these guys that people are comparing him to, like the top 12 picks, top 15, like McCaffrey, like these different guys. Kamara, he went in and he had Melvin Ingram in front of him. And if you look at his stats, look at his rookie season right now, it took him until week 5, until his 5th game of his career to even have more than 75 yards in a game. Like, he was getting basically under 40 or less for his first 4 or 5 games of his career. It was his 5th game of his career that he actually went out there and did that. This is like Jahmyr Gibbs' 4th game? It's going to be his 4th game of his career. Mm-hmm. So, like, you have to give it time. I think this is to me, I truly, I could be so wrong. I do think this is like a game where Jahmyr goes out there and he's been off. He hasn't played in weeks, and he wants to go out there and prove something. And the fact that he's RB number 1 on this football team after that gives me confidence. Broder, you want to tell us about Dispo? We come back. I have a question. I think it's Dispo. Yeah. Tell us about Dispo when we come back. I've got a question for the people. 3rd day in a row. I've got a question. It's about the football game. That'll be when we come back.
If you would like to experience Dispo Romeo, now they got a team that curates an exclusive atmosphere with fresh inventory from Michigan's largest variety of products. They are the first ever cannabis mall of its kind, and it's conveniently located off Van Dyke and 32 Mile Road in Romeo. And this Romeo location is open late night, Monday through Saturday, open till midnight, just not Sunday. Can it get any better than that? I do not think so.
Mark Ingram.
No. Yeah, Mark Ingram. Dispo Dispensary, DispoShops.com, your local cannabis plug.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports Crew this weekend for our Michigan State, and Lions watch-along party featuring different special guests and surprises. Tune in on Saturday and Sunday on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel at game time. Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Hey, this is Mr. Kearney, Chief Academic Officer, Academy of Warren. I want to welcome you to the brand new Field House. The state-of-the-art facility has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field. It can be used for 7-on-7 football. Our K-8 academic features AM, PM, latchkey, small classroom sizes, Learning Street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Holton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and more. Enroll today at academywarren.net.
Would you like to win a 100K Vegas getaway? Take your friends and live it up in the city that never sleeps? It's a Cintron Energy. Drink it and live it. Purchase a 24-pack today and enter to win at drinkcintron.com/Vegas or buy Cintron at your local Meijer store. Cintron, the healthier energy drink with great taste. You got to look good, feel good, and be the best version of yourself by drinking Cintron. Again, check them out, drinkcintron.com/Vegas.
All right, we are back to Woodward Knights, baby. Hey,
tell me when to go.
Lions, baby, let's go. It was a beautiful night to talk about the Detroit Lions.
Powers right there.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Baby.
Lions, baby.
You feeling Randy?
Hey, great show. Austin Powers, Golden Member, great movie. Hey, welcome back though. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you haven't already. We're gonna continue here with some Detroit Lions talk though. I have a question for the class.
Yes, Professor.
Mr. Booner.
Mr. Booner.
Professor Booner.
Professor Jake.
Both of these teams, Professor. Oh, funny. Both of these teams.
There's an inside joke. I'm
are
smelling.
top 7.
Go ahead.
Defenses in the NFL.
That is a fact.
I talked about it a little earlier.
Teaser.
But my question is, which offense goes through that and comes out of this victorious? That's basically my question. I phrased that really bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was poor.
Let's hear it one more time.
You got it one more time. Give it another shot.
Okay. Which top 7 defense will have the bigger day on Sunday is my question. I wanted to phrase it more. I wanted to phrase it more. So that was actually what I had there. I wanted to phrase it towards the offense though a little bit. Let's stick on the defensive side actually.
So you want us to answer this from like a defense? Which
defense is going to? Two elite defenses here, right?
You want to talk about the offense, like which offense is going to thrive, or which defense is going to?
Which defense is going to stop? Because Detroit Lions have a top 5 offense. Now, Baltimore Ravens, they don't. They're like 12th, I think, or almost 14th or something like that on offense. But you have the number 2 defense in the NFL, the Baltimore Ravens, and I believe the number 7 defense in the NFL, the Detroit Lions. You have 2 of the top defenses in the NFL right now. I want to know who you guys think, like which defense is going to come out of this, because that's going to be, I think that's the biggest key to this game. It is like we talk about all the time, Broder. I say it every single week. The key to victory in the NFL is winning the turnover battle. The teams that do that every year, those are the teams that are at the top and getting bye weeks. Those are the teams that are winning their divisions. You win the turnover battle, you win that week. These are 2 elite defenses. Who gets the job done?
I think it's going to be the Detroit Lions defense. I do. I think it was Fogel who said this. I want to quote him. In Ben Johnson,
Fogel,
I trust.
That's a great name.
It is. Fogel, my guy. In Ben Johnson, I trust. No, I think that, and I'm going to start on the offensive side. I think the Detroit Lions have more weapons, or have more ability to do multiple different things, or win in multiple ways. They're not just reliant on, although it starts in Jared Goff's hands, they're not just reliant on Jared Goff to beat them. He can spread it around to Amon-Ra St. Brown, to Josh Reynolds, to Sam Laporta, to Jahmyr Gibbs, to Jameson Williams.
J-Mo.
Like he's got a lot of options behind a really, really strong offensive line to somewhat neutralize that defense. With the Baltimore Ravens, and they're a fantastic team and a good offense also, I feel like so much falls on the hands of Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
Like
ding, ding, ding.
And although I appreciate that they're more of a pass first offense this week, or this year I should say, with their new offensive coordinator, I still think if Lamar Jackson plays a bad game, the Ravens lose. You know what I'm saying? Like if Jared Goff plays a bad game, there are other options of guys that can go off, things that can do to make up for a bad play out of Jared Goff or something. So it's Lamar Jackson. He's got to get the ball to Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews. I really don't have much faith right now in Odell.
Me either.
I love Rashad Bateman, but he hasn't been playing that great. Like I just think they're beatable on their defense is able to be stopped, as complicated as it is to stop Lamar Jackson.
That's what that is what my main point was when I thought of this question. I really just thought about how could I phrase this? How could I take this answer and turn it into a question? But the offenses. Look at the offenses. The Jared Goff and this Lions and Ben Johnson, they're top 5 in the NFL right now. I believe they might actually be like 4th in the NFL if you're looking at yards per game or points per game.
Yeah, they're up there.
I believe they're 3rd or 4th. So when you look at that, who has the better offense? It's clearly the Detroit Lions. They clearly have the better offense. They have, to me, the better weapons all around. They have Jared Goff, who right now is a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. We'll talk about that at 9 o'clock. So when I look at which defense is going to come out victorious in this and who's going to be the better defense in this game, because they're 2 elite defenses, I have to give it to the Detroit Lions, and it's just based off of that. This Baltimore offense hasn't showed much. Like last week versus the Titans, they could only get field goals. They couldn't do anything.
6 of them, too.
In fantasy football, Justin Tucker had like almost 20 points.
Oh, yeah.
Because they could not finish their drives. And
he's on my team, too.
When the Ravens lost to the Steelers, it was because Lamar Jackson turned the ball over. So there was like, this offense is a different offense. So if you have this Lions defense who is going to be able to continue doing what they're doing, I think they dominate this offense. At the end of the day, too, guess who's back on Sunday?
Brian Branch.
The one, the only.
B2 Bomber.
One of the best safeties
BB gun.
in the NFC.
Double B's like
I guess I was going to say the NFL. He's still a rookie, but he will be there.
Do you think Jeff hates him because there's so many B's? Brian Branch.
Oh, that was a good one. Hey, no slander,
got him.
Man. Come on.
Got him.
We don't no Jeff slander.
Oh, yeah, it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Jeff.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Jeff.
birthday, Hollywood. I'm going to read this one comment because I think it's a good comment. It doesn't tell the entire story, but Danny Harlick said something good. And then we'll do a mid-segment read that you'll do.
Yeah, baby.
But Danny Harlick says, real talk. We lost on a miracle last year. All we've done is gotten exponentially better, and Ravens have continued to be slightly above mids. There's some serious accuracy to that. I don't think the Ravens are mid, but they haven't improved drastically. I don't see a better team yet than the Lions, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, I
Thanks,
think that
Danny.
was. Yeah, let me hit this mid read.
Hit that mid read, dude. Hit it.
The Lions Insider Show. Matt Broder, he is on it. It is for all the inside scoop and on your Detroit Lions. It is the Woodward and Main Show. Make sure you guys tune into that. Hosted by Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, the one and only, and the Detroit legend. Terry Foster. That is Tuesdays, 7 to 8 a.m., and they will be going this Sunday as well from 8 to 9 a.m., breaking down all of the injury information, everything about the insiders you need to know. Tune into this show. That is the Woodward Sports Lions Insider Show on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
You know what I couldn't stop thinking about all day today?
What's that?
Tracy Walker and Ed Reed.
Tracy Walker's the man.
Wow.
He really is. And I'm not saying he's Ed Reed, but like they're going to the Ravens. I grew up, that Ravens defense, to me, that's one of the most historically successful defenses of all time. I didn't get to see the 85 Bears, but that defense, you got Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Terrell Suggs. There's so many other people I can't mention, but it's like, man, Tracy Walker has been playing out of his mind recently.
Yeah,
he's back and he's better than ever.
You know who he reminds me of? And then you can go, Booner. He reminds me of, like, we haven't had a player like that since we traded away Quandre Diggs.
Ooh, yeah.
That's like just the tone setter. Like, remember the Monday night game when Quandre Diggs laid Antonio Brown on his fucking ass and made him cartwheel? Like, that was like that was a premier player. Antonio Brown, the best receiver in football, and Quandre Diggs laid him on his fucking ass, and they were like 6-10 that year. But they haven't had anybody like that since him.
Dude, he loved your comment, by the way.
He did, yeah.
Shout out him.
He did. He quote tweeted that. I do want to ask this then.
And he told me in person.
The man.
That did he actually?
Yeah, I thought I told you that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He was just like, I appreciate you guys. It was because he quote tweeted the Hitsville USA to Lucas breaking down his freaking 3, 4, 5 pops.
Every play, it felt like that drive.
Hell
You just, That's like what I would do to you in the Oklahoma drill, bro.
Do that again, Booner.
Yeah.
Lions, baby.
Lions, baby. All right. I just want to talk about this secondary then real quick. If we're going to stay on this topic, Tracy Walker, Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch. I know we all would love to have C.J. Gardner-Johnson in there. Imagine with this defense. Like, what would you even do knowing how good Tracy Walker's been playing? Like, how would Aaron Glenn even be able to do that with those 4 guys? Like, what rotation are you doing? Like, dead serious.
Dead ass.
Like,
I don't know.
You right now have 3 elite safeties out there, in my opinion. Brian Branch, Kirby, and Tracy. Imagine if C.J. Gardner-Johnson, when he comes back, you have it's just insane. How is his safety this Odell, Zay Flower, they're going to struggle. Mark Andrews, this is why I truly believe when we talk about these two defenses, which one's going to be the best one on Sunday, I truly believe that this Detroit Lions defense is going to be that one. Because I think Aiden Hutchinson's going to have a bounce-back game from last week. I know he was still getting pressures. He's going to sack Lamar Jackson. And you guys want to know what?
What?
Aiden Hutchinson gets 2 sacks on Sunday. He gets 2 sacks. He goes all the way to 6.5 on Sunday, and I bet you he at least has 1 pass deflection as well. I bet you.
That's ballsy.
He's going to contain Lamar Jackson, and he's going to have 2 sacks. And I think you know what it's going to be? It's going to be because Lamar's going to have no one to throw the ball to, because this secondary is going to be one of the best in the NFC this week.
And we were talking about Tracy Walker and his massive hits, but the thing about this safety unit, Brian Branch, Tracy Walker, and Kirby Joseph, they're great tacklers. So if running backs get out, if Lamar Jackson gets out of the pocket, they have a better ability than most teams to make a play, to avoid a disaster, to avoid a long play. They're very good tacklers.
Yeah, great point, Broder. That's one of the biggest things that stands out to me about Brian Branch. He doesn't miss a tackle ever.
Yeah, he didn't at Alabama. He missed like 1 in like 3 or 4 years.
And it just pops off the tape coming from Alabama and his first like 3 or 4 games as a Lion. I cannot wait to have him back in this Lions secondary. He's going to be a huge difference maker and possibly force a turnover, a big one in this game. Could be a key play for a Lions win.
Even Jerry
we
Jacobs
haven't even talked about this linebacking core yet. With the way Alexander Loney's been playing,
Pro Bowl level player.
He has. He's on his way to be a Pro Bowler this year.
And I'm not saying I wouldn't die on this hill, but Dan Orlovsky's been saying it all week. He's like, everybody's talking about Roquan Smith as they should. But Alex Anzalone is as high a level as football as Roquan Smith is right now. Roquan Smith, no doubt the more talented player. But when you talk about, you can use the same comparison even with Jared Goff. Like Josh Allen, most talented player. Jared Goff has been playing to all the levels that Josh Allen has just on what he's done on the field. And you could say the same thing with Alex Anzalone and Roquan Smith.
I was going to ask that. I wasn't going to be more so that. I was just going to say, compare these two linebacking cores. The Lions linebackers have been playing at a great level. And they've been playing. That's why, like, dude, if you break down these two defenses, the Lions actually might have it. And that's crazy to think right now.
I'm still probably going to give it to the Baltimore Ravens linebackers. But the Lions, it's not because the Lions linebackers aren't playing well. They are. They are. Kelvin Shepard actually talked about Anzalone a lot in his press conference today. And focused actually on how good he's been at stopping the run. I don't know if we have a graphic or did we talk? Maybe we talked about it yesterday. But Alex Anzalone not allowing a touchdown in 200.
I think I did put a
200 some snaps.
It's coverage snaps.
It's a very good coverage.
Fuck it.
Look at this though. This is insane though.
Yeah, so this is what I was referencing. This is what I was thinking of, like going into the day, and then all of a sudden Kelvin Shepard's like reminding everyone, dude, let's not forget how good he's been in the run game. His ability to shed blockers and make quick decisions. I forget where I saw a clip. Maybe it was on E&E or somewhere earlier in the day. They showed him shedding a block on I think it was a pulling guard, and he ended up tackling Rachaad White. It was impressive. It's a veteran move. He just continues to get better and better. He's smart, man. He's that's what's carried him. He's smart, but he's very athletic. Like his speed is underrated.
It's crazy, especially like just from seeing it from last year to this year. Like you realized how fast he was. But the fact now that he's finishing plays, you can really see like how he can impact the game at every level.
Yeah, he's just got that energy. I think it was the Atlanta game, maybe the Seattle game too. And the first drive, it was Atlanta. He tackled Desmond Ridder over at the sideline.
Yep.
It's a pretty big hit. Like he makes a play earlier in the game and kind of sets that tone. Gotta love it.
He's making two, and it's awesome. He's making this defense that much better. It's not just because of his play, but it's more so that like guys like Derek Barnes, like these guys have to step up and play at a higher level, and he's setting the tone. And guys are following him, and that's one big piece and part of this defense is all of these guys they see him how hard he's playing, what he's doing. They want to do that as well.
Yes, and just real quick on that point, Kelvin Shepard was talking about. I'm checking my notes here. He said like since Barnes and Campbell have been playing so well, it's allowed Anzo to simply get more reps out there and get more comfortable at at the will linebacker position. So he's getting more comfortable with these decisions, not having to worry about someone taking a spot or whatever the case may be. They're playing so well, he can just focus on his role and his responsibilities. It's making him that much better.
Let's do this real quick. Hey, Nick, can you open the phone lines?
Ooh, boy.
Let's open the phone lines. I saw Nolan in there. Ask if you can call in. If you guys,
Nolan!
Let's just open it up. We're going to open it up for the next 5 or 10 minutes, and then around 9, maybe 9:10, 9:15, maybe if we'll take a call. So start calling in right now, because when you guys call in, I think when we're talking to someone, you can't take more calls. So let's start getting some callers. That is 313-552-6322. Again, that is 313-552-6322. Call in. Any Lions predictions for Sunday, score predictions, a player you think is going to stand out. Let's call in and do that.
By the way, shout out Akon and Mike Jeezy in the chat. My guy. Big Michigan football fan.
Oh, yeah.
Tracy.
Hey, with that, too, real quick, I wanted to throw something out there. Think about last year that Malcolm Rodriguez was their starting linebacker. And Malcolm's good.
Yeah.
And he's gotten pushed down to special teams. And it's not because he's been playing bad. It's because Alex Anzalone's been so good.
Mm-hmm.
Derek Barnes has been so good. Jack Campbell's been so good. And there's just nothing. He's just in a bad spot to where you see him. He flies around on special teams, and he's everywhere.
Kelvin Shepard focused on him a lot today. He said he didn't want to present this in a bad way, but after the game, when Kelvin Shepard was talking to Malcolm Rodriguez, kind of in a tough conversation about his role, he's basically like, "Are you okay?" And he was like, "Yeah, coach, dude, we won. Like, that's all I care about." It's not I don't want it to sound like he's not a competitor. Yeah. It's just he really does only care about winning, and he's gone from a starting linebacker role he was a leader in jersey sales for part of the season last year.
People love it. I love. He's great.
Yeah, to go from that to special teams, a lot of players in the NFL would not have the attitude that he does. And Kelvin Shepard said he's becoming one of the best special teams player in the NFL.
Yeah.
He is.
That's huge.
That's like another guy that you could say potential Pro Bowler. And the fact, there's not many teams that like contenders like you don't just have like a special teamers from the Houston Texans going out there. The only team that I've ever seen that put special teamers out there that might not be a contender is recently with the New England Patriots, and because that's Bill Belichick. They had like Marcus Jones 2 years ago, who was like an all-pro, and then Gunnar Orlovsky, or however you say his name.
Just got dropped today.
Yeah, him. But yeah, that's the only team. Like, if you have special teamers going to the Pro Bowler, your team's usually pretty damn fucking good.
Yeah, shout out Malcolm. I saw him in Birmingham last Friday.
Nice.
Shout out.
Nice.
Almost hit him with my car. Just kidding. That's a joke.
Bro.
That would be tough.
Bro.
It was raining out, and I was like, oh, that's Malcolm Rodriguez. I was driving.
Boom.
Dude, imagine that. Oh my gosh, I would never show my face around the city again.
Damn straight.
All right, Hamlin Pub, baby. Let's go. Lions at Hamlin Pub, baby. Have you ever wanted a bar where you are a regular? We have just the place for you. Head over to one of Hamlin Pub's 7 locations and experience where everyone is a regular. Look at those wings. Those things are beautiful. Join the Woodward Sports Lions postgame show live from Hamlin Pub on Tinkin Road this Sunday. Oh, wow, look at this. Stick, Maz, and more will be there to break down the Lions versus Ravens game. Wow. We will see you for our live show from Hamlin Pub on Tinkin Road this Sunday. Experience your new favorite pub for all things sports. That is Hamlin Pub and those wings.
Go to the pub.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports crew this weekend for our Michigan State, and Lions watch-along party featuring different special guests and surprises. Tune in on Saturday and Sunday on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel at game time.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Do you have football on the brain?
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Yep.
Fall ushers in college and professional football. And this fall's already been awesome. It's also the perfect time to shop for your home and auto insurance, so shop it like a pro with Swiss Insurance. They cover Woodward Sports Network, and they should be covering you too. So ask for Market Swiss Insurance today at swissins.com or call 248-800-4177.
All right, and welcome back to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. It is the Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. My name is Booner. Little outfit change. I ran to the bathroom and changed everything up a little bit. It was hot in the studio. These lights on.
The bathroom. He stood in the same spot.
No, I don't know what he's talking about.
You're a lot of red and white on your body right now.
What's that mean?
It means Ohio State. You're an Ohio State fan.
I'm not. Come on. Can I get that?
OH.
This works.
There we go.
Better. Yeah, that works a little
Turnover
bit better.
chain.
All right, I appreciate you guys all tuning in.
Thank you.
Make sure you guys hit that like button if you guys haven't already. Let's get those likes up. Let's get to 100 here, fellas. Let's do it. Do it for the people. Let's go, boys.
Do it.
We've got some callers on the line, Broder. Let's start it off. I think we have Nolan. I saw him in the chat ask if you can call in. So we open the lines. I think we have 2 or 3 callers, actually. So let's start off here with Nolan.
Let's see what you
from
got to say.
Arizona.
There we go. I was taking a call. Nolan from Arizona.
Can you hear me?
Nolan, you're live.
Can hear you there. What's up, Nolan?
Yeah. Hey, not much. Hey, dude, I was up last night thinking, like, I'm going to paint this scenario, right? In the last 3 years, the Lions, Brad Holmes has drafted a lot of good guys, who I want to keep for a long time. And we got Jared Goff. We're probably going to have to renew him in the offseason for probably more than $40 million.
Yep.
And not only that, but, like, Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, I think they're both going to have head coach interviews. And we're going to be very lucky if we bring both of them back next year. And if the Bears and Panthers keep playing like this, the Bears could have Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison Jr., and the NFC North is probably going to get better next year, right? Everyone's cheeks right now. They're probably going to be better next year. And the Lions probably are not going to have the second easiest schedule. So right now it's time to go all in. All in. I say Brad Holmes calls Max Crosby.
No.
Michigan boy. So listen, whatever you want, 22, 23, 24 million a year, whatever you want, put on that Honolulu blue. Raiders aren't winning anything. Vegas is dirty. Come back to Michigan. You got friends and family here. Put on a Lions jersey. Let's go.
Hey, first of all, Nolan, I love that call. And shout out, Nolan's a good fan of the show here. An avid listener. I was messaging him on Instagram the other day, but I'm all in for that, to be honest. To be going all in, I've talked about this on this show a couple times, was if this is that year and you're sitting there and you have a chance to go get a 1 seed, or you have a chance to get multiple home playoff games, you might as well, if you're Brad Holmes, the trade deadline's in a week from Tuesday, you might as well go out and shop somewhere. Whether it's Max Crosby, I'm trying to think of other players off the top of my head here. I know we did a segment on it, and we actually named about 4 or 5 guys that you could kind of go out there and get. Chase Young is another one. He's been out there on the list. I think you need to go out and find someone. I don't know if it's a DN. I don't know if you feel like you need to go get another weapon on offense, a backup running back. That I know I've been pretty vocal on signing a guy like Leonard Fournette in case someone else goes down. Like, if these 2 guys are going to keep getting hurt, you need a solid set at number 2. And to me, Craig Reynolds is really good, and he's good, but he's a good 3 in my opinion. So Nolan, I'm with you. You should be all in. This is the closest the Detroit Lions have been to a Super Bowl. I think in my lifetime, I don't think since maybe the 80s or 70s, to where you can look at the team and say, this team can do it. They're 1 or 2 pieces away. And I think there's actually been, who was it last week? It was an interview I was watching who actually mentioned that. I think it might have been on ESPN. Where was that? They said the exact same thing, to where they were like, this Lions team is 1 or 2 pieces away from being completely all. It might have been the Doc. It was the Doc. It was our show. Yeah. It was Doc, yeah. So, yeah, I'm with you on that, Nolan. Broder, did you have something with that?
No, that was epic. It could go either way at the trade deadline. You either go all in, which is a real strategy. I mean, this is the year to do it. The schedule, the player, it seems to be lining up. Or is Brad Holmes going to go conservative and stick with his strategy of developing these draft picks, paying Panay and Amon-Ra and these guys when they come up? We'll see. But I like your strategy. I would not mind if Max Crosby was the Lion by the end of the year.
I'd love it. I'll do a backflip, bro.
Yeah, right.
Hey, no, I appreciate you calling in. We're going to keep opening the phones next week. We probably will do it on Victory Monday. So make sure you tune in Victory Monday.
It'll be, never mind. Victory Tuesday the next week.
Right. The next week, yeah. Appreciate
Thank you so much, Nolan.
Nick, did you have something to say about that, though? I know you were...
We got 2 on.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
I thought you had something to say about that one. That was a close one. All right, who do we have next?
Through.
We got Justin from North Carolina.
Ooh, come on,
Justin, you're live.
Yo, what's up? How you doing,
Justin?
Booner, brother. I live in North Carolina, but I'm from Michigan, born and bred, Horne Lake, Michigan, and stuff like that.
Shout out Horne Lake.
Yeah. Shout out Horne Lake. I was just wondering, getting close to the game. I was always thinking, Do you think Cam Sutton has a beat on like Lamar Jackson because he's played so many games, as a Steeler against the Ravens? Do you think he has, Lamar Jackson like figured? Because I watched a couple of films where he picked off Lamar Jackson. Even like he peeled off of his guy to go on another route and grabbed an interception. So I'm wondering if that might have to be a factor, because he knows Lamar Jackson better than anybody on that defense.
That's a great point.
I didn't even think about
that. I
that.
don't even think I've heard anyone say that all week. I've watched so many shows. I've watched different networks. I've watched everything. I don't think anyone's brought up Cam Sutton versus Lamar Jackson, and he's been doing that his whole career.
I did with this morning.
Did you?
On Big D.
On Big D, you did.
When you were going all that film, but you couldn't rewatch
when you were going back and forth about
Justin, great
film.
Other times.
Okay.
It's a fact too, Justin, that it's a guy like Cam Sutton who is a leader of the secondary, and he's a guy who can teach this stuff. He's very smart. He's very clear at describing complex scenarios. So you're right. That's a great take. And then you pair that with Aiden Hutchinson played for Mike McDonald, the defensive coordinator.
Now that you have Brian Branch back too, I think that's going to be a really good combination that you don't have on the back end, especially when you have I'm going to say suspect wide receiver. We shut down Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews. They're going to look to go to other places, and that might be a spot where Cam Sutton can really do some damage.
I love that. Justin, thanks so much for calling. We really appreciate you. Booner, that is a great call. Pittsburgh.
Yeah. And I'm just looking at it now here, like Isaiah Buggs. He was in Pittsburgh as well. I saw someone in the chat bring that up. He's played 3 career games versus Baltimore, which isn't a ton, but he's played only, 5 seasons. So he's been up against Pittsburgh Baltimore a little bit when he was in Pittsburgh. All right, last caller here. Who do we have?
Yeah, we got Drew from California.
Damn,
Drew,
we're going East Coast to West Coast.
We've got everyone watching the show. What's up, Drew?
Guys? How you guys doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Pretty good. I just wanted to touch on 2 things real quick. First of all, the Lions have been playing. Dan Orlovsky put out a great tweet kind of breaking down why their defense has been playing so good. And they got this 4-3 that looks like a 3-4, and the slot corners kind of playing the run game. My question was, do you think Branch coming back helps? I mean, obviously helps the defense, but do you think the Detroit Lions defense is for real? It's something that travels, or is it just, he's got the boys playing real good right now? And 2, I hear a lot of people say Glenn and Johnson are going to be gone at the end of this year. Do you guys think that there's any reason? I mean, we're winning. We're on the upslope. They're getting attention. Is there any way they stay?
Yeah, okay. Anyways, you want to go number 1? I'll take number 2.
I'll hit both in a little bit, and then I'll hit it too, because I know you have something for number 2 as well.
Drew, thank you so much. We appreciate the call.
2 great questions too, because the first part of that question is, with that, are the Detroit Lions defense for real? And with Brian Branch and with Dan Orlovsky, which he does a great job breaking down film, and he does a lot of Lions stuff. Look, my first thing I think of then is how good that defense was when Brian Branch was there, and he was the leading tackler. He was like the heart of that defense for a while. When he went out, the reason I know this team's for real is because your leading tackler got hurt and was out for 2 weeks, and you still went out there and did what you were doing before.
You didn't miss a beat.
And I don't want to say it's like, Brian Branch wasn't doing anything, and we could be like that without him. Not at all. Brian Branch makes you that much better. But just the fact that they were able to hold it down with no Brian Branch, a guy who was leading the team in tackles when he went down, and he was all over the field. I remember the first game we watched of Brian Branch, I was sitting next to Lucas, and me and him kept looking at each other and just saying, there was just the same player in every single pile, every tackle, and every time he would get up, we'd be like, that's Brian Branch again. Brian Branch. Whether he was getting the tackle or not, it just kept happening. Second part of that question is Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn. I think I'm going to guarantee at least one of those guys stay next year. Remember yesterday when I said that there's going to be some job openings, not as many as last year. I don't think there's going to be enough job openings for both of these guys to go out there and get. There's going to be more than 2 for sure. There's going to be 4 or 5. But an Aaron Glenn, teams aren't really looking for those defensive guys anymore. So it's going to be harder for a guy like Aaron Glenn, but I do think we at least keep one of them.
D'Amico Ryans could be saving that, though, especially with how C.J. Stroud's looking. I think all defensive coordinators need. Nah, my bad, Broder.
No, you're fine. You're fine, dude.
But if Aaron Glenn can go and get him an offensive coordinator, that's all these DCs that are going to head coaches need to do. Understand, know your role. Brandon Staley, At least they got him Kellen Moore, but it's just like
your point today on BDE was correct, by the way.
With
what you say?
That they brought Kellen Moore in to be that head coach.
Everybody that's like Ben Johnson's going to Los Angeles. I'm like, no, he is.
Did you see yesterday what I was saying?
No.
He's probably not going to go to the Chargers because either Brandon Staley's going to play his way into the playoffs and they're going to keep him for one more year. Or he gets fired. Kellen Moore takes that job, and guess where Ben Johnson ends up? In Chicago.
New England.
New England or Chicago.
I don't think Ben would go to Chicago.
I think he would. If you're drafting Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr.,
Chicago's not on Caleb's list.
I get that, but if he goes there and he knows that, and they have a guy,
if I was Caleb Williams, I would want to play for Ben Johnson
100%
in a heartbeat, wherever it is.
But I'm with you. That was correct.
Iowa.
Kellen Moore is next in line.
The Chargers literally got him the day he was released from the Cowboys. The day, not even 24 hours. Like, they are just grooming that man to be the head coach.
Is it weird that I think Kellen Moore's grossly overrated?
Yeah.
I think the only reason
it is weird that I think that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
I only think the reason people think he's overrated is because he was on the Cowboys. He was with that Cowboys team for so long, and it's like if you're in the Cowboys, everyone's going to think you're overrated and hate you.
I don't see much different happening in LA.
I would. With how that defense is looking, I mean, look at Keenan Allen this year. Keenan Allen's having like a resurgence, and I mean they're doing that without Mike Williams as well.
Sacked all the
Austin Eckler for a good amount of those games. The offensive line's been looking brutal as far as penalty goes. That defense is brutal. I think he's the one thing that's holding up that offense besides Justin Herbert.
Fair. What those questions there? Did you have anything on those? I wanted to kind of get to you on that as well.
You answered them perfect.
Oh, thank you.
Perfecto.
I appreciate that.
Let's do it.
All right, let's hit it. I'm gonna hit a double read real quick.
Yeah.
Let me do post game and Planet Fitness. Detroit Lions post game show, or Woodward Sports Lions post game show. Just make sure you guys tune in. It is right after. It is at Hamlin Pub. Tom Mazaway, Sam Stick Day, everything you need. Make sure you guys head over to Hamlin Pub if you guys want to watch it live. If not, it will be on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel directly after the Lions game. And then, where I go 14 times a week, I go over to Planet Fitness. It is the home of the judgment-free zone.
Glad you didn't say big
where
boy.
Anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you will experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full-body workout in just 30 minutes, and all memberships include free fitness training. You get all of that for just $10 a month. That is no commitment. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by. There are more than 50 in the Metro Detroit area, and there are thousands around the world. Thousands. That is right, thousands. Where your fitness is essential, that is Planet Fitness, baby.
Snowplow.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
When it comes to your pet, guys, don't settle. Give them the best, and that means going to Premier Pet Supply. They're hands down Michigan's best pet store. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. They have 13 Metro Detroit locations, 60 brands of foods, lowest prices, and curbside home delivery. Go to Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. Check them out at www.premierpetsupply.com.
All right, welcome back to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. It is Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. We appreciate you guys all tuning in to Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. My name is Booner, joined by, as always, every single night we are here, Matt Broder, Detroit Lions beat reporter. I see Easy in the chat saying Ben Johnson's going to leave and he's taking Tanner Engstrand with him. Easy,
oh God,
I will block you in the chat. I don't know if I have the capabilities to do that. I will find a way. I'll go over to that computer and I will do it. Don't ever say that again. Tanner's next in line.
Well, unfortunately, usually what Easy says doesn't actually come true or isn't actually accurate. So
true, yeah,
Ben Johnson's staying.
He did say Jared Goff was the 20th best quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, that aged well.
Mike Evans debacle.
Should we keep going?
Yeah. No.
I'm just kidding. I love you, Easy. Happy birthday, by the way.
Love you
Easy
too,
turned 30 today.
No way.
Yeah, 30th
No,
birthday.
he did not.
Yes, he did. It's his 30th birthday.
Okay.
And
Happy
Booner
birthday,
celebrated
Easy.
with him.
I'm actually 2-0 versus Easy. Never lost.
Never.
I don't lose.
What are you talking about?
All right, we're talking about the NFL.
Lions, baby.
Lions, baby. No, we're going around the NFL, baby. Let's do it, Broder. Do you have last week's record around from us, the total record for the whole season for us around the room?
I do. Introduce the topic, and I'm going to grab it real quick.
Okay. Let's do it. All right, we're going to go through all the games here. There are about 7 or 8 games that we have on the board here. As always, I'm not going to bring the games in here that are like a 9-point, 10-point favorite. I'm trying to get as close as possible because we have a beat reporter on the show, so we cannot do spreads. We are going straight money line, picks, pick'ems. No spreads, pick'ems. Don't forget it. All right, Broder, what are the records here?
I don't mind some spreads. Booner with a record of 27-20 on the season.
There we go. That's a great record, by the way.
It is. Perfect score for tied for third place with
crazy.
The combination of Jaylen, Parker, Lucas, and Chris Platty in the TD booth. They're at 27-20. Nick/JB is tied for first place with a 30-17 record. They went 8-3 last game.
Rock. Shout out JB.
What is the record
big one.
overall?
30-17.
Let's go. Shout out JB. I hope I did him right today on the heavies. I'm going to stick with some of those.
I heard your picks. They were very bad.
Yeah, the Ravens is your
and that's
lock.
why I'm tied for
I'm
first.
moving
Let's
into
go.
first place after this weekend.
Ravens as your lock?
Also, okay, so I'm tied
Are we
with him
just
for
going to
first
start
place.
with it? All right, let's start with Ravens Lions then.
No, we're not doing that because it's 9:40.
That's what I thought.
We
Let's
don't
go.
have Ravens line in our around the NFL.
Let's go.
Yes. So Nick and I are tied at 30-17.
All right.
You and Jaylen, / the crew. Lucas tonight will be picking at 27-20. So we're all pretty close.
We're right there.
Yeah, hit us.
All right, first game here. Browns at Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are 3.5-point favorites. Can we get a little bit of music here rolling, Nick?
Also, chat, when we call these out, we want to
get
hear
a
your
vibe.
picks too. So please share them with us.
Yeah, so the Cleveland Browns at the Indianapolis Colts, 3.5-point underdogs, actually. The Browns are favored. I'm going to start us off here. I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns. The Colts, I get it, they're at home. Anthony Richardson out for the year. This Browns defense is elite. Jim Schwartz is elite as a defensive coordinator. I'm going
Very
to Browns.
good.
Nick, who do you have?
I am going with the Colts in a classic letdown game for those Cleveland Browns. I don't trust their quarterback play, first of all. Second of all,
Gardner?
No, he
What's up?
trusts
Oh,
Gardner.
the Browns. I got you. Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad.
He doesn't trust Deshaun
I think
Watson.
I think it's a huge letdown game for the Browns, coming off the best victory maybe of all of the NFL this year, and beating San Fran.
He defended his call.
Crazy, yeah. Lucas, what do you got?
Dude, This is
Browns?
the Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jim Schwartz and his Brown defense is going to put Gardner Minshew in a chokehold. I don't really know how the Colts are going to be able to move the ball down the field. Michael Pittman's going to be locked up the whole game by Denzel Ward. And that front seven for Cleveland, nothing to mess around with. I think this is Browns, and it could get ugly.
He said it. May the Schwartz be with you. I'm going Browns.
Brownies! Let's
Yep.
go, baby! And
Also name that
under,
movie.
too. That game goes under.
What, under?
Under.
Like, not enough people
I
watch
could
it?
see- yeah, like a 17-13 game.
Yeah.
What-
I
what
don't
is
see
the-
this
oh,
Colts
what is the
offense. The spread's 3.5, but the over-under is 41. I don't see this Colts offense being able to score that much on the Browns.
Ain't you magic?
Yeah.
We'll see. So, Nick's got Colts. Everyone else has Browns.
Yep. Next game here. The Washington Commanders are 3-point favorites
The Durs.
at the New York Giants.
This is an ugly game.
I'll let you, Nick. You can go first here.
Give me They give me the Commanders. Gotcha. All right, yeah, give me the Commanders. The
Good one.
Giants below. The Giants suck, and that's simple as that.
Struggling. Oh, they got Spaceballs right. You guys are the best. Lucas.
Shout out. Great movie.
I don't even got to think about this one. I've been calling Sam Howell's going to lead the NFC East in passing yards, and I'm pretty sure the Giants are in the NFC East. I think Sam Howell's going to go crazy this game. This is another one that's probably going to be like a 2-3 score game.
Interesting. I'm also going with the Commanders, or the Durs, as Chris Platty would say. The Durs. So we got 3 Durs for you.
I'm going to tell you guys what.
He's going Giants guaranteed if we pick 3.
I just want to, and no matter what, I was going to go pick this no matter what. If you guys would have gone all on my side, I would have still picked this team. But the New York Giants have played the Buffalo Bills, lost. Miami Dolphins, lost. San Francisco 49ers, lost. And the Seahawks, lost. They have played some of the top 3 toughest probably teams in the NFL. The Dolphins, the Buffalo Bills, both on the road. They've played 3 road games versus the 49ers, the Bills, and the Dolphins. That is the hardest schedule so far. I'm going to Giants. It's tough. Jesus. And the Seahawks is their only home game so far. They've only played 1 home game in five weeks. They're back at home. This is the easiest game of their schedule, I think, or of so far of the year outside of the Cardinals game. I'm going to go to the New York Giants to kind of get back, not on track, but just to get another win on the board. I think they win at home.
You can put it on the board.
I think I had a good explanation there, boys. Las Vegas Raiders.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, guys. Las Vegas Raiders are 2.5-point favorites over the Chicago Bears. I will pick the Las Vegas Raiders.
You said it's Raiders and Bears?
Yeah.
That's a fucking terrible game.
Terrible game. I'm taking the Raiders, though, to win this game. It's in Chicago. Nick, who do you got?
Yeah, I picked the Bears earlier, and I regretted it immediately, so I will take the Raiders on this one.
One show you picked one, the other show you picked the other. You can't split them.
This is the one I'm switching. I'm on 2 shows.
Peer
Fuck it, I
pressure
can
got
switch.
No, you can't.
Peer pressure got
No, we're not allowing that.
Peer pressure, guys.
So you just win no matter what?
Just because I was on something 5 to 7 doesn't mean I can make a different point.
Lucas, can we do a poll and say, can you switch different shows?
Am I allowed to change my pick Sunday morning when we do Woodward and Maine?
No, you have to keep it the same.
Exactly.
You have to, because
I'm going with the Bears. Then get off my.
Let's make a poll and see if we're allowed. That's no, because you can win.
Come on, Tyson Badgett.
All right, give me the Bears. They're both trash teams. Bears are at home. That's why I picked them earlier. That's why I got them.
Legend Tyson Badgett under center for the Bears against Aiden O'Connell, likely for the Raiders.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that aspect
Tyson.
of it. Jesus.
I'm a big Aiden O'Connell fan, though.
I think Aiden O'Connell. It's Aiden O'Connell versus who?
Tyson Badgett.
Oh my gosh, what a bad game.
Aiden O'Connell's from Purdue. That's who I'm scouting for the Wolverines next week.
Oh,
yeah. So I'll get the Aiden O'Connell.
I'm definitely going to watch that game and bet on it, though. Yeah. Not going to lie.
You're going Raiders, right?
Whoa.
Oh, sorry, I got caught mid yawn. I was going to say something. A yawn overtook me.
Good Lord, have mercy, Lucas.
He was on BDE today.
He's not excited about this pick.
Yeah, this is a snooze
That game makes him tired.
Goddamn game. I'm going to go with the Raiders just for the talent. They got Max Crosby. They got Devontae Adams. Jacoby Myers has been balling out. Josh Jacobs. I'm going to just lean. Josh McDaniels somehow has a head coaching advantage in this league and this week. So I'm going to go with the Raiders, but I'm definitely not confident in it.
That'll be 3. 3 Raiders. Nick's going with the Bears. Moving on.
All right, next game here.
We got to go quick. Let's go quick.
Yeah, let's do speed rounds. Speed rounds. You guys ready?
Sure.
Falcons at the Bucks. -2.5. The Bucks are. Nick, who do you got?
Bucks. Shout out for the stadium last week.
Lucas?
I'm going to go Bucks in a bounce back game.
Broder?
I'm also going to go Bucks.
I'm going to go Bucks as well. I'll stick it. I won't go opposite. I'll stay with the boys here. Let's ride that one together.
Desmond Ridder on the road.
Yes. All right, next game here. Another quick one. Steelers, Rams. Who do you guys have here? Nick, who do you have?
I like the Rams in this one.
Ooh, I like that.
Rams and who?
Steelers.
Rams for sure. Coaching
it's in LA?
It's in LA.
I'm going to go Steelers.
Okay.
I'm going to go Steelers.
Yeah, because Kenny Pickett's a winner, guys.
Comeback game. I think Deontay Johnson might be back. I know the offense still sucks, but I'm going Steelers.
I'm going Rams.
I do like I'm the one off. All right. I do like how the Rams are playing. This is kind of a tough one.
Rams make the playoffs this year.
We were talking about that on BDE. Like, that's a very real. And if the Lions get like a 1 or 2 seed, it's very realistic that we have Jared Goff, Matt Stafford.
Yes.
We had that conversation when we did the podcast earlier in the offseason. And
6 to midnight.
I mentioned, hey, I think if Stafford's healthy, and I know the defense is young, but Cooper Kupp, Stafford, like they still have their dudes. Aaron Donald, Puka Nacua came out. That's a playoff team there, I'm telling you.
And their secondary, who's very young, are playing really well this year.
Shout out Russ Yeast, 419.
Shout out. Yeah, Matt Eberflus as well. Shout out. Packers at the Denver Broncos. Broncos are a 1 point. It's basically a pick 'em. Nick, who do you have here? Packers or Broncos? It's in Denver.
This game is disgusting.
Not great games this week.
Can I just pass on this
until the end?
Give me the. Fuck, I don't know. Go to Packers.
Is that who you picked on the last show?
We did not pick it on the last show. Probably for this reason that it's such a bad game.
Fair.
No, I'm kidding. All right, give me the Packers.
I don't even think that you need to think about this one. It's the Packers, and you shouldn't even think twice, in my opinion.
Me too. Aaron Jones is coming back. I think they're off a bye week, so they should be healthier. Packers, which means he's going.
Don't fucking bet on the Broncos. Dude. Everyone, before you do this.
That's why you ended up in last place.
I'm in third place.
You're tied for third.
Settle down
there's two people tied for.
Settle down over there.
Every person, Booner, every person this year that I have seen bet on the Broncos has gotten embarrassed and let down. Not just let down.
And Neil's picked them twice for the get right.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
All right. Fair, fine, whatever. I'm taking the Broncos. I don't care. I'm taking Denver. They're at home. Eventually, they got to turn it around, right? Give me the Denver Broncos. Give me the Denver Broncos.
They're not getting 2 wins against the North.
Yeah, they will.
All their players, they know they're getting traded in a week. They're not going to be playing hard.
No, they're going to be playing hard so they can get traded.
No.
People want, give me the Broncos. I don't care what you have to say. Denver Broncos, watch it happen. All right, next game here. Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs are 5.5-point favorites.
Wow.
This is a great football game.
That's a spread I'm taking.
This is a great game. So let's start with you then. Who are you taking?
This one I'm debating because the Chargers always, especially, is this a primetime game?
I think
it's a 4. It's a 4
o'clock. Okay, so that changed a little.
4:25.
If it was on primetime, I honestly might have picked the Chargers.
It is the game of the week technically. That 4:25 is
by far, and it's just if the Chargers didn't have Brandon Staley, I would be picking the Chargers because the Chargers are constantly giving the Chiefs a hard time. I don't remember if you guys remember last year, Justin Watson, I believe it was week 2 or week 3, Justin Herbert was going down the field about to win. And can't remember the DB name for the Chiefs. 99-yard pick six, and that kind of iced it for everybody. But the Chargers are going to be hanging in there. 5.5 for the spread is way, way too high.
Nicholas Kohloff.
I like the Chiefs here. I think I said at the beginning of the year I never had faith in the Chargers, and I really like the Chiefs in this game.
Did you pick the Chargers?
No, but I was.
Chiefs. Who do you got, Broder?
If it was on prime time, I would have.
Well, it's not.
Yep.
So you're picking the Chiefs?
Yep.
I'll pick the Chiefs also. That's 3 Chiefs.
I can't be mad at you if you pick Chargers.
You guys are starting.
This is better than the Broncos.
This is the thing, though, here, fellas. I'm telling you, the Chargers need a win.
I'm going to ride with you. I'm going to change
Switch
it.
All right.
I'm riding with the Chargers.
This is a must. We do. People throw around must wins and trap games around a lot. This is a must win for the Chargers. They need a big win to prove that they're still there, to get back on track. They're on the road. I get it. This is one that they need to get, though. I think the Chargers get it done. I feel like they're going to know it's a little desperation season for them.
They aren't even prepared for Mecole Hardman.
I don't think Mecole Hardman's prepared for Mecole Hardman.
He probably is.
Yeah, I don't even think he's going to play.
Shout out to you, Greg Schmidt.
Last one here, though.
This is a good ass game.
Dolphins Eagles. I'm going to let Nick go first. The Eagles will go around the room. We always hit me last. Maybe I should start doing it to where I don't go last every time.
How did that vote go in the chat about?
You probably
you
know.
You lost.
Oh, did he?
All right, let's hear the numbers.
It was 53 to whatever the other side would be.
Why you want to switch this game?
Yeah,
that's cheating, bro. That means you win on one. It's not like you pick. The thing is, listen.
Give me the Dolphins.
The thing is with the Nick
going deep all day. Come on,
Nick. The thing is, it's not like you're picking days out. You literally just picked these games an hour ago.
Yeah,
you're like. That's crazy.
With new information comes new.
What are you getting in an hour?
That's what I thought.
Who'd you pick? The Dolphins?
Searching at I'm picking the Dolphins.
Did you pick them earlier?
Fins up.
No,
in
he didn't.
Philly.
You picked Philly earlier.
No, I picked Dolphins.
Okay, just making sure.
Dolphins win in Philly.
Crazy.
Statement game. Philly drops to 2 losses.
That's big. Lucas.
I'm going Dolphins by 2 touchdowns. I think Jaylen Waddle just opened this game up. Listen. Outside of this front seven for Philly, they have to get to Tua. That was the only reason that Buffalo won that game, was because they were able to collapse the pocket and get to Tua quick. Tua is going to get the ball out of his hands fast in this game. I believe Jaylen Waddle is actually out against Buffalo too, and people don't remember that. And this secondary for Philadelphia, they are not going to be able to stop a nosebleed. And I like honestly, matchup-wise, the Dolphins' defense matches up a lot better with Devontae Smith being hurt too.
I'm with Ken. I'm with Jeff. I'm with Phil. I'm with Jack Harrington. Alex Merrill. I'm going Eagles.
Wow.
Eagles, baby. They're home on a Sunday night. Don't think the weather in Philly is going to be that great. I think maybe Jalen Carter gets to Tua. They might hurt him.
It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Raheem Mostert off the edge.
Okay.
Brandon Graham with the pick six or a fumble recovery for a
Graham
titty.
probably can't even get his shoulders up anymore.
I'm going Dolphins.
Cold Blue, it's
fellas.
a big Michigan weekend.
It's Dolphins.
Oh, we're going 3 Dolphins and 1 Eagles?
The right pick is the Dolphins here, if we're being completely honest. And I probably, if it's a 2, I'm probably taking Dolphins 2.5, plus 2.5 in that game. I might take a money line, to be honest.
I'm taking money line.
I truly think they win this game. And the Eagles, I've been saying it all along. I'm not going to go back on it now. I think the Eagles are a little bit of a fraud team this year. It's a different team. I think last year, people everyone's looking at last year's Eagles team. So I'm going Dolphins. All right.
I'm not.
Let's hit this. Let's hit a double real quick, or a triple. Actually,
like Dan Campbell's black eye shot or red eyes.
Actually, I'll just do Guardian Alarm right now. Guardian Alarm, baby. Let's hit it. It is Guardian Alarm. Customized solutions from real experts. Our professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. 24/7 professional monitoring. Call us anytime, day or night, and know that a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. That is technology that is backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that has been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. That is Guardian Alarm, 1-800.
Stay out! But stay in for the Feldman dealership, because since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. So with 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership near you for sure. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the location nearest you, and check out Woodward Sports live from Feldman Novi every other Monday. So not next Monday, the following one. Although probably not, because there's Monday Night Football, so another Monday later on. Feldman.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports crew all throughout football season on Saturdays and Sundays to join our college football and Detroit Lions live watch parties.
Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown Detroit Lions!
With money on the line, featuring different special guests and surprises. Start times will vary depending on the game. Only on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Woodward Sports crew this weekend for our Michigan State, and Lions watch-along party, featuring different special guests and surprises. Tune in on Saturday and Sunday on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel at game time.
For over 60 years, Fairway Packing Company has been providing Michigan's finest restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef, dry-aged beef, and Wagyu beef. You, yourself, can experience the Fairway difference today. Just check them out in Grosse Pointe Woods. They got grab-and-go steaks. Or you can check them out, fairwaypacking.com. Do it.
Fairway! Let's go, baby. Lions, baby. Let's hit it.
Fairway should sponsor this game. It's beef on beef. It is just...
Okay, love to hear that. It's the Detroit Lions. My name is Booner. That is Broder. This is Woodward Nights. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Make sure, if you have not yet, we're at 81 likes. Let's hit the like button. Let's get that baby up a little bit while we kind of go into this next segment. Like the stream. Let's go, baby, for the Detroit Lions. But we're not going to talk Lions right now. You guys see this real quick?
Paul.
We're talking Paul Bunyan. Michigan State. The only thing that matters tomorrow is the Paul Bunyan stays in Ann Arbor. Well, really, it has to travel to East Lansing. It's just going on a nice little road trip for the day. That's all. You just have to go over to East Lansing. All good, Paul. We love you. And he will be right back in Ann Arbor tomorrow after the game as well. Broder, how are you feeling about this game? I'm pretty confident. I don't know. I feel like it is a rivalry game, and usually every year I'm like, hey, these rivalry games, even no matter how much better you are, it can be close, and it usually is. It feels that way. But this year just feels a little different with this investigation going on. It feels like it's giving Michigan a little bit more of a, hey, we're still going to, you can suspend our guy. We're still going to go put up 50, 60 points versus this Michigan State team. And quite frankly, this Michigan State team, I don't even know if I want to say team. Michigan State I don't even know. They're not.
You can give the kids credit. They play hard. It's just
they do.
This is a tough year for Michigan State, and
tough 2 years.
The program
they didn't make a bowl game last year.
The program is in trouble at the moment. I think they're going to play hard, but I thought it was going to be a closer game before these rumors, I'll call it, before this NCAA investigation started. That's the last thing you want to piss off this team. Number 2 in the country. It's not going to be close, but I don't know. I'm worried about Michigan State.
Yeah, dude, it's just weird. It's like you haven't really heard about this rival. This is like every year one of the most exciting weeks of the year to me. The Michigan State game, the Ohio State game, and it hasn't until today or yesterday. You know what? Until the investigation came out, I didn't even remember that. I almost forgot we were playing Michigan State this week.
Did Broder say that he was or was not worried about Michigan State?
No, he is
not.
Oh, you're not worried?
No, I'm not worried.
Oh, I thought he said he was worried. I'm like, bro, what are we doing here?
I was confused. I thought you said you were.
And I was thinking, this is maybe a longer conversation for another day, but I feel like since NIL started, my theory is that rivalries are slowly going to deteriorate. Like I sort of felt that all the stuff that happened in the tunnel last year, I don't think that would have happened on most years where the players that are coming to your school are coming to Michigan State or coming to Michigan to play for that program, to be there for 4 years. Something about there's so many guys that are going for 1 year, whether it's through the transfer portal or for NIL money. There's just a little less like rivalry in the blood. Like when I was there, all we did from the day one was talk about Michigan State and Ohio State. Like it was ingrained in you. I just don't think it's the same.
I get what you're saying there. I still just think throughout college football, there's gonna be games like when you just hear Michigan State, just the history of it. You're gonna that's always gonna be something where, hey, this is a rivalry game when you're playing for Paul Bunyan. Like things like that, I think. I do get what you're saying, that it's going to be a little bit less. I still think this is a blowout of a game. Mm-hmm. I don't think this is going to be a close game. The defense is just too much for. I feel like Michigan State, and they're not going to make a bowl game this year. Yes. Second year in a row. That's just brutal.
Yeah, State hasn't
going
really
out on real reach there, Booner.
Yeah, thanks.
State has not really showed me anything. I mean, the only thing they have is this Hauser guy, and it's all promise. You know, it's all faith, blind faith. What did they just lose to? Rutgers?
Oh, Graciano.
Come on, what are we doing here? It's the Michigan Wolverines. They're gonna win. I got them at 38-10. It could be even more of a beatdown. I got them winning by 28. But
we're taking the spread.
Yeah, I'm taking the spread.
All right, I'll take it.
No doubt. Michigan's going to completely run them. They've been in the media for all the wrong reasons, and they are going to run them, and they're going to run them hard, and it's going to be girthy.
Bro. Hold on.
Wait, are we talking about Michigan or are we talking about Mel Tucker?
I was talking about Brandon Dellinger in the chat.
Oh, girth. Yeah. It's a happy girth day, Jeff.
Oh, Lucas, what do you think about this game before we go to break and come back?
Gotta comprehend what I just listened to.
Coach Walker. Man, I don't know.
As an Ohio State fan, I could not care less about this game, but this game is going to get ugly. I said it earlier. I feel like Michigan's 2s would beat Michigan State's 1s at this point.
Did you just start this with as an Ohio State fan?
That's what I said. I'm standing my ground. I'm an Ohio State fan, but we can all agree in this room that it's fuck Ryan Day.
Yeah,
so we can all agree there, even as an Ohio State fan. So this game's not going to be close. I do not care. I couldn't care less about this game, to be honest.
I'm right there with you.
I don't know if they're going to have state signals though.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
They don't even need it. They don't need it. Michigan could go out there without a play call and just say, JJ, snap it, go. And they're still going to. Cal Holloway's the only thing.
Michigan State might as well go steal some signals.
Yeah.
Well, Michigan should just give them signals.
Yeah.
Just give them the signals just to make it fair game.
They should pick up some of the basketball players for a week. Just throw them on the outside.
I mean, they had Keon Coleman, who did play basketball as well, and
Keon Coleman's amazing.
Left Florida State, so shout out to Michigan State.
We gotta go.
All right, let me tell you about the live stream real quick, and then we'll hit your ad here. Go green or go blue. It is the Woodward Sports Network Great Divide viewing party. That is right. I will be there actually. Sit back, crack open a cold one, line up your bets with Booner. I will have bets for you guys, and tune in to watch the battle for the Paul Bunyan with your favorite Woodward Sports personalities. That is right, your favorite ones. Me, Spenny, and the best one of them all, Flannel, Sam. That is tomorrow, Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Make sure you guys tune in to the YouTube keyword Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
When buying or selling real estate, flexibility and control over the sales process is key. Sellers, how would you like the freedom of canceling your listing agreement at any time for any reason with no penalty? Well, that's exactly what you can do with the Mark White & Associates minute-by-minute listing agreement. Looking to buy or sell real estate? Visit markwhitesales.com or call 248-290-8242. Again, that's markwhitesales.com, where flexibility meets success.
Come hang with the Woodward Woodward Sports Crew this weekend for our Michigan State, and Lions watch-along party featuring different special guests and surprises. Tune in on Saturday and Sunday on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel at game time.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports Crew all throughout football season on Saturdays and Sundays to join our college football and Detroit Lions live watch parties.
Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown Detroit Lions!
With money on the line, featuring different special guests and surprises. Start times will vary depending on the game. Only on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
Just in time for football. Glorious! Cannabis is dropping a new ice water bubble hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. It smells so good. It's like the whiff of the first playoff win in 31 years. It's a gassy, aggressive strain named in the honor of Detroit football. If you haven't had one of these ice water pre-rolls, you are missing out. So smooth. Find them at Dispo Dispensary for 25% off. Check us out online at www.gloriouscanna.com.
Back! It is Woodward Nights, baby. I was trying to switch over here. We're about to get into our Detroit Lions score predictions on Woodward Nights. My name is Booner, joined as always by Matt Broder, Detroit Lions beat reporter. Look at that man with the Jimmy King jersey on. We've got Lucas in the TD booth and Nick in the sound booth. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. If you guys have not yet, make sure you guys hit that like button and share and tell a friend about the show. What we're going to do here, we've got about 5 minutes before we get into mailbag. We're going to go around the room. We're going to give our game predictions and score predictions. Let's start with you, Lucas. I want to start with you here. Score prediction for the game Sunday.
Baltimore and Lions, obviously. I was kind of dozed off there for a second. My fault.
Yes. Okay. Game predictions for Sunday.
I'm going 23-17 Ravens. I think it's going to be a close game, but it's not even so much the fact that it's the Lions. It's just the Lions are not going to go 16-1. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to lose eventually. And it's between for me, it's the Chargers and the Ravens right now. Which one are you more comfortable with losing to? And I just think with David Montgomery being out, it's going to be the Ravens. So I'm going to go with the close loss for the Lions. 23-17.
24-17. That's close to mine.
So you pick the Ravens?
Ravens by 6 points, yeah.
It's close. Yeah.
I think it'll be one of those things where it's just like Lions will have the ball last possession, and I just don't think they'll be able to do it this time because they're going to have to go like a full field score touchdown, and I don't know. What was your score? 23-17.
Nick, who do you have here?
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty similar in my thought process. I did pick them on the heavyweights, and for a similar reason. We are not going to go 16-1. And are you really going to pick the Lions to win every single game? This is, in my opinion, the toughest game left on their schedule. And Lamar Jackson, for the millionth time, is 15-1 against the NFC. The numbers do not lie. Ravens 24, Lions 20.
All right, should we just start our show? Okay, let's.
We should have just done our score predictions. You go first, brother.
Y'all are fired.
Oh, were we not doing score predictions?
No, we were.
Didn't you pick the score?
Oh, I thought you were saying like we were saving them, and we're fired because we gave them away.
Oh no!
Oh no!
He's saying you're fired because you both picked the Ravens to win the game.
No, but it's fair. I mean, I really actually don't care. I'm not picking the Ravens. I'm picking the Lions. I think they're for real, and I think they're going to go into Baltimore and win. They're going to win a close one. They lost a close one. What was it, 2 years ago? Justin Tucker. They're going to win it this year. They're going to win 28-24.
Wow.
Yeah. Going to be one field goal from Tucker, 4 touchdowns from the Detroit Lions, and they're going to leave Baltimore 6-1. There are no $6 bills either, so Coach Campbell's going to need a new little post-game speech.
Maybe he'll have 6 ones.
Maybe 9 touchdowns he's doing after the game. Baltimore. I've seen The Wire. There's some
maybe buying his daughter like a cup of ice cream or something.
Oh, who? Dan Campbell?
Dickhead. Yeah.
No, after the game.
Yeah.
No, we're going to get a beer.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, we mean here in Birmingham. All right, let me get my score prediction, guys. I am having a beer with Dan Campbell. Hear me out, fellas. This is what's going to happen. I've got the script. I say this every single week. My name is Booner, and I have the script, and I do not lose. You see the Detroit Lions right here? The Detroit Lions are going to win this football game versus the Baltimore Ravens on the road. This team is a contender. We've heard Terry Foster talk about it. When the Detroit Lions win this game versus the Ravens, they will get 2 more games flexed. Things will start to happen around the league where people look at the Lions as legit. Trade deadline comes up, the Lions make some moves. This is a real football team, and guess where it's going to start? It's going to start on the defensive end. But there's one thing that's going to happen in this game, and I think the whole city of Detroit, every single one in the One Pride Nation is going to be like, that's why we took this guy number 12 overall.
Wow.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Oh,
Jahmyr Gibbs is going to have a game in Baltimore. He is going to take over. You might see 100 all-purpose yards, and you know what? I'm going to guarantee you this. Guess what we're going to see, One Pride Nation? We're going to see a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown finally this Sunday versus the Baltimore Ravens. This is going to happen. The Detroit Lions are going to win 24-23, and Jahmyr Gibbs is going to find the end zone, and he will have 100-plus yards, and everyone that laughed about picking him number 12 overall is going to see on Sunday why they picked him 12 overall and to be the number 1 running back on this football team while David Montgomery is out. That is what's going to happen Sunday. Remember, I have the script. Don't forget it. Go Lions, baby! Lions, baby!
Lions, baby!
Let's go.
Yeah. These go into our picks, right?
Pardon?
These go into our pick count?
No, they do not. I do not believe so.
All right.
Unless you've been doing that.
I don't know. I hope that I get this one wrong. I want that to be abundantly clear. Go Lions. Hopefully we go into Baltimore. I will gladly be wrong with this score prediction. Go Lions.
Hey, thanks, Shane D. Hey, I appreciate. Hey, this is the week for Jahmyr, and when I say all of that, I'm dead serious. I've already put a bet in on him earlier this morning that he's going to score a touchdown. I really do think that this is that Jahmyr Gibbs game. I truly believe that. So
I think J-Mo's getting another one.
I like that as well too, but I have 24 points. Basically, I have 3 touchdowns and a field goal for the Lions, and I have 2 touchdowns and 3 field goals, and Justin Tucker getting three field goals for this Baltimore team. So I think they have 3 touchdowns. I'm gonna take a Jahmyr Gibbs one, and I'm also gonna take a Sam Laporta one as well. I'm gonna stay away from everyone else, just Jahmyr Gibbs and Sam Laporta, just because if I think they're gonna get 3, I'm gonna take 2, and hopefully
You lost me about 6 seconds ago.
Okay, I apologize. Let's go to break here, though, and we'll come back. We'll do mailbag. Let me tell you guys real quick. I'm going to tell you guys about the college pregame show this Sunday. It is time for the Great Divide, the game that splits the state of Michigan in half. Go green or go blue. Hopefully, or go blue. Does Harbaugh notch another win, or is MSU coming after Big Blue? They are not. It is the Woodward Sports For the Love of College Football pregame show. It should be the Michigan pregame show, to be honest. Spencer Raxter, Flannel Sam, the lovely Flannel Sam, Easy, and many more will get you pumped up for the game. That is tomorrow night, 6 to 7:30 p.m. on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
And at the Academy of Warren, they have a brand new state-of-the-art Sports Stone Fieldhouse that has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, and soccer field. Also can be used for 7-on-7 football with grades K through 8 that features AM and PM latchkey, small classroom sizes, Learning Street, Futuristic Media Center, free breakfast and lunch, Houghton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, and K through 8 athletics. They are now accepting new enrollment. Go to theacademyofwarren.net.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Jones, Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Let's talk about it. It is Outdoor Equipment Co., official equipment provider of the Woodward Sports Network, Michigan-grown, family-owned. They have everything. Bad boy mowers, tractors, steel handhelds, even weed whippers, Liberty trailers, generic generators, Snow X plows and salters. They have it all. Outdoor Equipment Co. has it all. Buy it, rent it, 0% financing, delivery right to your doorstep, OutdoorEquipCo.com. Hey, listen, welcome back to Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. It is mailbag time. We're having a good time tonight in the studio. Hey, everyone's pumped up. Michigan State play tomorrow. Lions play the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday. Red Wings play Saturday and Sunday. It is a packed weekend of sports here in the state of Michigan. We are excited to end the week with you guys to open up this weekend. Make sure you guys drop some questions. Please. If you haven't already, hit that like button for us. Let's get over 100 before the end of this segment.
Hit the like.
Let's start it off.
Over 100.
What do we have, Broder?
Jack Harrington. First question, Jack Harrington, mailbag. Thoughts on the pick? Alabama wins 31-24 over Tennessee, but does not cover. College football guys?
Yeah, no, I think Alabama wins the game. I think it's a close game, actually.
All right.
I truly do think. I saw something before we came on the show here that Nick Saban was doing his radio show thing, and you never hear this from Nick Saban, but he put a message out to his fans like, "Hey, we need you guys to be loud." And I don't know when you ever hear Nick Saban being like, "Hey, we need you guys bad."
Fact. Certified supply chain professional goes mailbag. Does the Lions 14 or whatever game streak of scoring 20 plus points come to an end this weekend? Did anybody pick the Lions under 20?
I got 24-20 on mine.
24-20. They hit 24.
I had 23-17.
So it is coming to an end. Streak comes to an end according to Lucas. Hey,
Lucas is a hater.
That's one of those things. I saw some good ones in here. Mailbag. Here we go. Shane Daniel. Right under Shane D. How about that? Mailbag. If you had to do a show for a month with anyone else in Woodward Sports, who would it be?
Don't do it. I'm only doing a show with Broder.
No, you can say it. This is who you would do one, not who you would not want to do one.
No, just you.
All right.
Now, if I had to do one with someone else, I did shows with Lucas before I even was on a show, so I would say Lucas.
Oh, that's so cute.
I've probably done 100 shows with him.
I would want to do one with Darren McCarty.
D-Mac?
Yeah, I just think D-Mac would be awesome. Neil's great, too. I mean, he could moderate water.
I didn't even think of all the main shows, if I'm being honest. I was just thinking of other people who don't have shows.
Right.
Thanks, man.
How about that?
It'll remind me that I don't have a show.
Dude, you're killing it, man.
I consider you as one of your three talent on the Morning Woodward show. I do.
Right now, there's a lot of this going on.
Yeah, because of that's weird, but it's because of you, man. You're stirring the pot.
Dude,
what's up, Lucas? Spill some tea on the night show.
Entertainment.
So basically,
entertainment. That's the business we're in.
It's Jeff's birthday today, right? And
yes, sir.
You know how Neil just does the classic, kind of just gets the Jeff diva going as far as just getting all the hype around Jeff getting upset. And I was just sitting there, I wasn't even thinking, I bust Jeff balls
just
all
laughing
the time
at
on the show. I just make fun of him. I make fun of Flannel, just what I do. And so I went up there, and I really wasn't even thinking about it. Neil and Jeff, it's like Michigan, Ohio State up there, and Neil was kind of making fun of Jeff, and I went along with it because it
just laughing at your teammates.
Fell into the alley that I always go into on the show, and Jeff didn't like it, and got a little heated for a second, but we're all good now.
Good. Here we go. Etienne, we got to move on.
Because of him.
Not because of me. I did nothing wrong. All I did was point out what was going on.
You guys enjoy your beef after the show.
I'm a media person.
You're getting moderated right now.
I was out there.
Co-host.
I was out there getting quotes for the people.
The nighttime stays out.
90% of the chat could give a shit about that beef. So let's move on to mailbag, because this is a mailbag segment. Mailbag from Etienne RC 1422. If you guys had to pick the Super Bowl matchup right now, based on what people are putting their questions in, because we asked them to, and we're talking about something else. If you guys had to pick the Super Bowl matchup right now, based on the first 6 weeks, who would you pick?
Super Bowl matchup?
Yeah.
San Fran Dolphins. Want to get that out there.
Lions, Bills.
Bro,
Bills?
No fucking way you're still on the Bills hype train.
All right. You laughed at me.
Name me a player on their
months
defense.
ago.
Name me a player on their defense that's healthy right now.
Jordan Poyer.
Good one, but he's hurt.
No, he's not. He's playing. He played last week.
Okay,
yeah. So talk about my Bills like that.
Your Bills.
Did you guys give your answer?
I would go. I think the Dolphins or Jags are coming out of the AFC. Somebody's switching up. I'm going to go with the Dolphins, and I'm going to say the Niners. Niners.
Nice. Yeah,
Did you say the same thing?
Yes, sir.
This is a good question.
Lockstep right here in the booth.
I would love to see Lions Dolphins or Lions Jaguars.
Ooh,
I want to see that repeated. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, this one, Broder.
Yes.
I want to hear yours on this. If you could interview any athlete from any era in sport, who would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's a great one.
Do
they have to be alive?
No.
Okay.
No, any era, any sport. My favorite player I want to go with is Ken Griffey Jr., but I'm going to go with like Jackie Robinson. I would just love to hear the stories, the good and the bad. Jackie Robinson.
There's one reason that I've been able to get to where I have in life, and that's mentality. And who I've learned it from growing up since I was like 7th grade, became like a fan and read everything about this guy, is Kobe Bryant. I would sit down with Kobe Bryant, and that was like a dream of mine. I have the Kobe Bryant memorabilia in my room. It is a Gatorade bottle that Kobe Bryant drank out of.
This is a true story.
Half full in my room that he drank out of, and it has the number 24 written on the top. I went to the Palace, and I went down to the game, and I knew the lady. I went to so many games growing up, and at the Lakers, Kobe was my favorite growing up. And we went to a Lakers game, and we went down to the thing, and I knew this lady, Brittany. Shout out Brittany. I haven't seen her since the Palace got demolished, but she was like, hey, you guys have 10 seconds, you and your friends. I was in high school. 10 seconds, go grab whatever you want as long as it's not like something they need on the bench. We went and grabbed like water bottles and towels and stuff, and we got back to the bleachers. And I looked down, and I had 24 on the top of mine, and all the boys were like, no, Booner, we want that one. I want that one. They had like...
You weren't giving that.
They had like the worst players of all time. Like remember the Lakers? Steve Blake. They had it was like the Lakers team that had no one.
Steve Blake and Juan Dixon, former Maryland greats.
So yeah, that Kobe Bryant would be my guy.
Broder, last thoughts on this rivalry game? Because will you be here tomorrow?
Like in studio?
Yeah. No. Okay. Last thoughts on this big rivalry game tomorrow, Michigan and Sparty. Got to get your take.
Big Michigan W.
Michigan by a million, boys. Hey, listen, we appreciate you guys all tuning in. It is 10 o'clock. It is about that time. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. We got the pregame show for the Michigan game. We have the watch party on Sunday. Woodward in Maine, 8 a.m., right? 8 a.m.? 8 a.m., 9:30, I will be on the Lions pregame show. And then following that, we'll have the live stream postgame show. And then 8 p.m. back on Monday. We will be back. We will be here, and I will be drinking the Kool-Aid. Listen, we're going to be drinking Kool-Aid Sunday. You're going to see one of those videos because the Detroit Lions will win. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We will see you guys Monday. Love you guys.
Toodles, my G.